YMCA. Everyone can get involved and make a difference in your community at the Y. And if you'd like to turn your passion into a fulfilling career, the Y is an equal opportunity employer and is now hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, swim instructors, and more. Plus, Y staff enjoy benefits including free YMCA membership and free childcare while you work. Find your passion, find your why in a career at fcymca.org.
Yo, yo, yo! Are you looking for the lowest price on car insurance? ET here for Australia Car Insurance. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE today. Australia is your quick and easy alternative to pay less for car insurance. Switch and save money. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANce today.
There's a right way and a wrong way to fight off mosquitoes. Karate chopping the air, in a public place, in front of your kids, and their friends, Mom, is the wrong way. Using STEM mosquito repellent is the right way. STEM effectively repels mosquitoes by harnessing active ingredients found in plants, like lemongrass and peppermint, making it safe for use as directed around people and pets. STEM, rooted in nature, optimized by science, and embarrassment-free.
You've got a front row seat for Jaguars football all year long. This is 1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 2nd, 1935, future Baseball Hall of Fame slugger Babe Ruth announces his retirement as a player at the age of 40 after 22 seasons.
Here's Linda Beaver.
We know that you have options when it comes to buying or servicing your vehicle. We also know that not all experiences are created equal. We promise when you choose to do business with Beaver, you will always get thoughtfulness about your time and hard-earned money, a team member motivated by desire to help you, and in lifelong relationships with a team that cares. Pair all that with a huge selection of inventory. You can't go wrong with Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. We promise we're here to wow ya.
Beach Bar Rum, Santo, and Sammy's Beach Bar Cocktails present Crazy Times. Sammy Hagar and the Circle, live October 26th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Sammy brings the party with George Thorogood and the Destroyers, with special guest Damon Fowler. Tickets on sale now at theamp.com. Crazy times are coming.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Crystal, COO with Remedy Staffing. As employers, labor trends continue to keep us guessing. Is the job market strong? And what is worker availability going to look like? Well, February's BLS job report indicated that we have a hot job market and that Jacksonville's unemployment rate is 2.5%, 1% lower than our national average. So if you are interested in workforce solutions and how our team can help you, please call or text me at 904-329-9802.
This is head coach Matthew Driscoll from the UNF men's basketball team. When our players suffer an orthopedic injury, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists gets our players back on the court pain-free.
We appreciate the endorsements from our high school and college coaches. This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. The next time you need orthopedic care, you can rely on our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
The 9 after 5 rolls on at the Golf Club of Southampton, so get on the tee with me, Joe C. The XL Primetime League is in the summer stretch, and you need to be part of it. Southampton invites you to join us every Wednesday for our 9 after 5. Beat the heat and blow off a little steam with friends and family at Southampton. A great game every week, good grub afterwards, and prizes. Call 287-PLAY and get in the game every Wednesday. It's our 9 after 5 at Southampton. Call 287-PLAY.
Life isn't the same without live music. Good Thing Players Grill Miramar hosts the George Aspinall Band this Saturday at 8 p.m. From Buffett to blues, country to rock, jam out with this local band and enjoy delicious food. Players Grill Miramar, where the neighborhood meets.
Custom fireplaces, outdoor kitchens, and more. You dream it, they build it at CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. Schedule a showroom tour and let CSS help you create your dream space. Visit CSSFireplaces.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Rise and shine, Google, it's go time on a Friday morning as we get you into a
sports weekend that will be. Short timer's disease on this part. Gonna count myself down to a little beach week. Just feel happy for me. E.T., I think we should start. Good morning, friend. How are you?
What to do, my boy?
All right, we're good. Game 1 of the finals in the books. We'll get to that in a second. I'm starting to wonder sweep. Maybe 5 games will go.
No more than 6.
Yeah, doesn't feel like it, man. Impressive, as expected, and as has been through these playoffs, performance by the Denver Nuggets last night. So more on that as we get going. I feel compelled this morning, E.T., to start with maybe a GoFundMe. Every day, let me take you inside the business here a little bit. We peel back the curtain with no pretense if you listen to the drill, all right?
Here we go.
So I come in, we log onto our stuff, right? You got to get on your computer, get in your deal, and then you pull up your however many internet windows that you're going to get flying. And God, who sits in this chair last the night before? Do you have any idea?
Maybe Hacker.
We need to start a GoFundMe for my man Hacker. He is blind as a bat, folks. Like, you know how you can up or down the percentage of full screen that you're looking at, right? I mean, my man Hacker, he's got it blown up so much that you're only getting like a quarter of whatever the page should be showing.
That thing super zoom.
Yeah, I don't mean, do we need to GoFundMe? Do we need to lend the kid some money? Do we need to buy him some glasses maybe? I don't know. And this isn't about the little, couple minutes it takes me to downsize everything to some normal, I don't know, human size ratio. But yeah, maybe a GoFundMe. I'll take a well, here's one here. I mean, look at this thing. Good grief, bro. All right, here we go. We're going to minimum. Where are we at? I'm going to guess we're at like 200% maybe? 175. Can we back it off to, I don't know, 100? Doesn't 100 mean full? Am I missing something? Let's click on this one. Okay, we've already downsized there. So good to go there. So, I mean, I see what you did, SEC. I see what you did. Just say what you did. Don't frame it as some, trial balloon to see where we're headed. You didn't punt this issue. You just started it all nice and quiet to give your Rubish, deep Southern fan base the opportunity to see a year of what is going to be. And that way they're kind of used to it when you announce that's the way it's going to be officially and permanently. The debate on whether it would be 9 games, which, by the way, the commissioner of the conference, went to Destin wanting that. A 9-game SEC schedule with, 3 yearly common opponents that you can keep some of these rivalries intact. Then the groundswell seemed to move toward, no, let's play 8. We'll have 1 rival. We're playing everybody else twice out of every 4 years, and we've gone down those storylines. So yesterday, the SEC says that in 2024, for the 2024 schedule, a temporary 8-game conference schedule for the first year that welcomes Texas and Oklahoma to the league. Nod, nod, wink, wink. We're just going to float this out there while we get our bearings straight. Like, we haven't known Texas and Oklahoma are coming to the league for, well over a year now. But yesterday, the commissioner told reporters that they've approved a temporary 8-game conference schedule. Again, wink emoji. So when it comes to 2024, it'll be your one rival. In this case, look, at least sitting here, there's not a whole lot of debate. Florida Georgia will be the yearly opponent. With all due respect to Auburn and other rivalries that Georgia has developed, certainly the one that they have going with Alabama is the best one, in the conference. And by not having, those 3, by the way, you get to see Bama a lot more than maybe you would, and probably including a bunch of SEC championship games as it currently seems. But anyway. And then they went further. They'll continue exploring scheduling options for 2025 and beyond. And by that, you just mean they'll continue to work out the formula, make sure everyone's rotating through every team twice in 4 years. But we're going to move forward with an 8-game schedule and 1 yearly opponent. Now, I said it before, the commissioner had strongly hinted at his preference for a 9-game conference schedule. That would have left you with 3 permanent opponents, and it would have kept some of these long-standing rivalries intact and keep you with 6 rotating opponents. But for now, they're going to stay with 8. There's also this matter of they don't want to give ESPN an extra conference game as part of their TV deal without getting that money in return. It's always about the cha-ching, right? Now, there's some obvious rivalries here. Georgia-Florida, one of them. Florida-Georgia. But Alabama-Auburn, certainly that will be for sure. Ole Miss, Mississippi State are going to be each other's permanent rival. And because of that, those won't be affected, but the league also wants to make sure that rivalries like Auburn, Georgia, Texas A&M, and Alabama, Tennessee stay intact. So perhaps the one just little morsel, little tiny fruit of truth in what is otherwise a somewhat misleading storyline, this, quote, temporary 8-game sched. I think they've come down to that. They're going to be a requirement that they play another Power 5 school. Okay, well, Florida does that already. A lot of Georgia does it already with Georgia Tech. South Carolina does it already with Clemson. Kentucky does it already with Louisville. Many of these schools already have that non-conference rival intact. But it looks like you're down to Florida, Georgia for your consistent annual never-stop rivalry. It's probably going to come down to that. I mentioned I'm off next week, ET. I think it might be good for team chemistry. And here's why. You want to know why?
Talk to me.
I got his attention in there. Because the New York Mets are hot.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. The Mets won again yesterday. They swept the Phillies. They've won 3 in a row. They've made up 2 games on the Braves in the last 10 and up to 3 games over 500, 3.5 with a home series coming up against the Toronto Blue Jays. The Atlanta Braves are cold. They've lost 6 of their last 10. Their lead over the Mets, which was once 8 games, is down to 3.5 already. And they continue with their mediocre play with a road trip at Arizona this weekend, which will be, the way it's gone for Atlanta, if you can just win 1 out of 3 there against an Arizona team that has a better record than you do, believe it or not. Diamondbacks tie with the Dodgers atop the West. They're 34-23. Braves are 33-23. So anyway, that'll set up the weekend. The Mets red hot, home series against the Blue Jays. The Braves milquetoast warm / cool, go to Arizona and play 3 on the road, and then they shift to Atlanta, and by they I mean the Braves and the Mets. So I'll be off next week when the Braves and Mets resume their season series. I want to say the way the schedule fell, we weren't together the first time through when the Braves were up in New York, or it doesn't feel that way. Maybe we were. The Mets were just so mediocre at that point. There wasn't a whole lot of chatter. I have a feeling that'll get ratcheted up a little bit. And then I noticed, by the way, in that 3-game series, ET, the Mets going to have Scherzer, Verlander go back-to-back against Schuster and Morton. Ooh. No Strider, certainly no Max Fried or Kyle Wright or anyone else. So maybe good for team chemistry that we're just kind of separate next week when the Braves and the Mets meet. After New York won yesterday and the Braves were idle. What's the Jaguars' biggest need?
Come on, man. Who gonna get that quarterback?
All right. Biggest need is
pass rush.
Just pass rush. Well, I found it kind of interesting, a column that I read yesterday on ESPN. We'll get to it more on the other side after we talk to Captain Kev. But it's a column, the best NFL team fits for the remaining free agents, just unleashed yesterday by ESPN and one of their, scouting side of the, process. So the best NFL team fits for remaining free agents. Now, we know already, because we've been talking about, we know already that Frank Clark is available, that Leonard Floyd is available, that Justin Houston is available. Shoot, Yannick Ngakoue is available. Take it one step further, Jadeveon Clowney is available. Well, there are 5 rush ends here on a list that only includes 13 players. And so ESPN in this particular column is forecasting the best team fits for the remaining free agents. All 5 of those dudes' names are on the list, so are Teddy Bridgewater and Ezekiel Elliott, among others. So with the stated need by, I think, most of us, a guy that can consistently get to the quarterback, pass rusher, and 5 of them there, which one or how many of these rush-ins do you think he would maybe project to the Jacksonville Jaguars? Not going to leave you hanging. Come back on the other side with that answer again after we talk to Captain Kev and get you ready for the weekend on the water. Treading water is what it feels like already for the Miami Heat, who just got jokered to death last night. This bro is showing why he is the MVP. He should have been again this year. Go ahead and give it to him next year. Look, they did a little piece inside the game last night. They showed young fat kid Jokic. They showed draft night and then what the immediate draft evaluations for Joker were. Completely unathletic, unlikely to make an impact, basically, was the summary of that. And what he's kind of grown into, Like somebody, I was watching SportsCenter, one of the anchors, he's like a big trash can with a head. That's what he's like. Arms and, head and shoulders, knees and toes, man. Big old trash can banging around. Just unbelievable vision. I mean, that's what you notice when you start watching a guy for 10, 12, 20 games in a row, like you often do when you follow a team in the postseason. And so for many of you / us, we're seeing Jokic day after day after day after day. And you know what we never see that we see from all of the other stars? Anthony Davis, I'm thinking big man, Joel Embiid. You know what we see from all those guys mixed in here and there? An 8-point game. A game where they completely, crud the bed.
Or even also, like injury. Like they'll miss a game.
There you go. Something. Mm-hmm. This dude, when you watch him, it's never 53 like Embiid will go get. It's never 20. Well, maybe it is sometimes 22 rebounds. They just don't come with the fanfare if, say, AD grabs them. This dude, when you watch him, game after game after game, and I would say I think I've seen every single postseason game they played. I love the NBA. It's like watching an NFL playoff game for me. I want to watch them, right? This dude, every stinking game, goes and gets what his postseason stat line is. 28 points, 29 points, 31 points, 14 rebounds, 16 rebounds, 12 rebounds, 10 assists, 14 assists, 11 assists.
I just knew he was going to have a triple-double last night.
Just spin the wheel, baby. Just spin it. Let's see what triple-double it comes out on tonight. This is a dude who, going into the fourth quarter last night, had attempted 5 shots, yet totally dominated the basketball game. He had attempted 5 shots going into the fourth quarter.
And he was real efficient with those shots.
By the time the game ended, he had attempted 7 in the fourth quarter. What do you know? He made just about all of them, went 10 for 12 from the line. Finished with 27 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists. The wheel lands on that number this time. Go ahead and, by the way, and pencil this in for game 2. 29 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. That's what it'll be next. The Heat had no answer. Give the ball to the trash can with a head. Let him head and shoulders, knees and toes, scan the floor. He's like a cyborg out there, bro. You get that big old body, the ball somewhere between the basket and the free throw line, and engaging. It's like lasers on his eyes. Always to the right guy.
And if you want, you can inbound the ball to him and let him run the offense. He'll dribble up the court and find somebody.
100%. It's the classic example of the book don't read like the cover, man. He does not look graceful. He is not graceful. But that dude is the best player in the NBA. Better than all of them. Who do we have who's in the discussion these days as LeBron falls back. Steph still? No, probably not.
Giannis.
Yeah, he's better than Giannis, dude. He is better. If I had a team right now and you told me you can have Jokic or Giannis, they're both great.
Yeah.
I'm taking – there's another one. Let's go through the game logs, and I'll find Giannis with 7. I'll find him missing 6 straight games. I'll find him. Give me this man. And now you can see why, because we weren't watching. He won the MVP the previous 2 years, quite frankly. It's not like Denver's, done much in the postseason. In the NBA Finals for the first time ever, remain undefeated at home. Vegas always knows. If I kicked you to the side of playing the Heat, getting those 9, it was a sweat, but Nuggets by 11.
There is Jokic. I saw last night. There is one downfall with him. He's not a true rim protector.
No, he's not a great defender.
That's the only downfall of his game.
And that's fair. Just out of curiosity, let me see what the big fella does in blocks, because he's probably not quite 7 feet, but he's right there, right? He's a 6'11" dude at the very least. Never averaged as much as 1 block a game. Yeah, for a dude, that's a good call, man.
So to be that size, man, he does everything else.
Yeah, and he's just getting better and better. Like his career averages, because he's growing. Look, as a rookie in Denver, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and they're like, wow. Big lanky elbows, knees, and toes here. This guy can play a little bit. So year 2, he goes up to 16.7 points, 9.8 rebounds, 4.9 assists. Denver's like, hey now. Year 3, 18.5 points, 10.7 rebounds, 6 assists. Jumps up in every category. Next year, we're up to 20 points, 7 assists, 10.8 rebounds. His second MVP year, he's up to 27 points, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. And now this year, he averaged 25 points, 9.8 assists, 11.8 rebounds a game.
So 0.2 assists away from averaging a triple-double.
This year, right. And by the way, in the postseason this year, again, y'all know my thought. Let's give the MVP after the postseason. Then we really know who the most valuable player, especially in a league where one dude can drive you like can happen in the postseason. 29.8 points is 5th in scoring. He's the leading scorer of anyone remaining. 13.1 rebounds is tied for 2nd. And his 10.5 assists now is the most. This postseason, wow. Jokic is averaging 29.8, 13.1 rebounds, and 10.5 assists. And he did all that last night. And the end result is this ain't the Celtics and how they play where you can go cold from 3 and look like you're a bottom 16 team in the league. These brothers here got a squad now. That's a squad.
And they're young.
Murray's playing great. You got Porter's playing great. You got role players. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has found his niche there as a three-point shooter. Aaron Gordon's playing terrific. He had 12 points right out of the gates first quarter last night. They are good now. And to your point, the NBA rolls like that. Very rare. If you keep them together, like Toronto flared up one and then they've just backed off, but they lost the straw, right? They lost Kawhi. If you keep your dudes together, you usually don't just win one. You at least play for another one. You usually stick around. And these guys in their 8, I don't know what the contracts are on all of those guys.
Jokic just signed and Porter just signed.
Well, you got Jokic and Porter.
Mm-hmm.
You keep Murray,
Murray
and Gordon. You can keep him involved. That 4 right there just doesn't matter. Just sprinkle in vets around them. Yeah. 1-0 Denver. All right, I'm going to get into this Jags needs, and I don't know what the thought seems to be in other parts of this country when they write columns like best fits, so we'll do that. Also talk to Captain Kev. I want to remind y'all, listen, I've been talking about this old school Kingfish shootout, and, we talked a lot about the May 31st date that you can get early entry. Entries aren't closed and still very affordable and fun. Come for the fish and stay for the fun. More on that when we talk to Captain Kev next, too. So you're up and rolling with us. It's GFL Friday. Look for those bright green trucks and cans all out and about here on the First Coast this morning. And count on them for your commercial roll-off needs. We're back with more next. You're listening to 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Get your motor running.
Let's go racing!
Sunday at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Brought to you by Famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube. Servicing every customer like they're famous. On your NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Wrestling fans, the River City Wrestling Con will slam into the Jax Fairgrounds June 10th and 11th. This two-day event will feature appearances by pro wrestling superstars, exciting wrestling matches, and an assortment of vendors and artists. Guests include Kurt Angle, Saraya, Jake the Snake Roberts, Rob Van Dam, and many more. Get tickets at rivercitywrestlingcon.com or follow on social media for event updates. June 10th and 11th, the River City Wrestling Con at the Fairgrounds.
Exciting news from Woody's Barbecue. Backed by overwhelming demand, Woody's presents their all-you-can-eat chicken special every Sunday with all the trimmings, just $12.49.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat.
Active and pain-free. That's the ticket. Dr. George Bari here, and I know that's the goal of every patient I see. They want the best possible care so they can go back to enjoying life. That could be pickup basketball, golf, tennis, running, or just working out. It all requires you to be as healthy as you can be. If joint pain is taking its toll on your active lifestyle, come see me at Bari Orthopedics. We have locations all over Jacksonville and can diagnose and treat even the most severe joint pain. A homegrown Jacksonville practice. Find out more at BariOrthopedics.com.
I think I've been positioning Pet Paradise for you pet owners just perfectly. All right? You want the best for you and your pet. You get it with Pet Paradise. And so when it comes to that, Pet Paradise are the innovators. Everyone else, the imitators. They are giving you the absolute best for even the pickiest pet parent. We know how much you love your pet. We know how much your pet loves you. So for everything from state-of-the-art locations to the swimming pools to the indoor-outdoor suites, they got small guests in tiny town, on-site veterinary care. They have it all for you, and now even more. You know why? They're the innovators. Bring out the best in your best friend with now available dog training with certified trainers at Pet Paradise. Your pup can unleash their full potential while lapping up their resort-style amenities. From sit and stay to shedding, frustrating behaviors like jumping and nonstop barking, your pet is in the best possible hands with our friends at Pet Paradise. Go to petparadise.com.
So all I really cared about was the T and the A.
Tom McManus.
Tackle and assist.
Friday from 10 to noon.
That should be on a T-shirt.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. A better way to a better window on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Youth sports are getting back into full swing, so you know what that means. Custom Yetis so dads can keep their beer or sodas cold. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Chad and Sandy Newman have a promise for you at chadandsandy.com. Your home is going to be sold guaranteed, or guess what, gang? They will buy it. Right now, it is prime home selling season. Home buyers are actively looking. Mortgage rates are stabilizing. It's the ideal time to get your home sold for maximum dollar. So any problems you think you may have, whether you want maximum equity for your home but not sure how, or maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades, don't worry about all those, because chadandsandy.com have a promise for you. They guarantee your home sold at agreed upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Denny and Patty in Waterfront Manor said another agent failed to sell our luxury waterfront home. We were tired of waiting, so we had moved out. It was costing us a fortune. We decided to put Chad and Sandy's guarantee to the test, and they did it. Our home sold in 12 days for $56,000 higher than the previous agents even suggested. Call Chad and Sandy, or better yet, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com.
Hi, I'm Don Adair, former 10-year NFL strong safety with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tackling is one of the most important techniques in football, but it can also be most dangerous. And so for that reason, this year I'm hosting my 2023 Tackling Youth Technique Camps all throughout Jacksonville, Florida. And so I want to invite anyone who has a child ages 7 to 13 to come out, sign up for our camps. If you're a parent or a coach, you want to come out as well, you can come out too. So you can see all this information at DariusNextLevelTraining.com. I see you there. DariusNextLevelTraining.com.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner. With honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees, call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
What if you could be credit card debt-free in 10 days and save as much as $1,000 a month? Loan Pronto's all-new Express Equity Line of Credit program is just what you need. Hey, it's Prosser here. You don't have to do a full home refi. You can tap a small portion of the equity you have and enjoy a super low monthly payment. With Loan Pronto's Express Equity Credit Line, you can close in 7 to 10 days, and a $50,000 loan will only cost you around $400 a month. Use that money and pay off high-interest credit cards or do a home improvement project. You can access up to 90% of your home's equity, and 9 out of 10 homeowners won't even need an appraisal. So even if you did a total refi recently or just bought your home, you can tap the equity with this fast, easy program. Stop the madness. Say no to 24% interest fees. Call Loan Pronto today. 904-999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or as always, you can visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service. On 1010XL.
That's some fishing music right there. Yeehaw!
Oh,
I like it. We'll have today's long hat Saturday entry coming up after we talk to the cat. I'm going to commandeer this segment at some point, get totally self-serving. We'll get to that in a second, though, and find out in general what's happening. Also going to give you guys, another reminder about a cool tournament that's coming up this time next week. So anyway, good morning, Cav.
Good morning, man.
Kev,
How are you?
I just combined Cap and Kev and called you Cav. Mm-hmm. So I'm good. This is, as far as I know.
It's Friday. It's Friday.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, and I got short-termers disease here. I'm about to go to the beach for a week, so yeah.
Good for you.
Oh yeah. How's the surf fishing? Yeah, let's just
By the way, you're going to have a great week.
Nice.
This week is just obviously you've been outside. I mean, it's just we were able to get offshore on Tuesday and Wednesday, and it was awesome. The weather turned really bad on Wednesday afternoon, and we had to call it a little short. And then yesterday was terrible. Today's going to be terrible, so we're having to stay inshore. And inshore fishing is just I mean, it really is. I mean, there's a few fish around here and there. You really got to hit them hard. But the problem is with the inshore fishing right now is you've got extremely high tides, and then you've got northeast wind on top of that. So it makes it tough. But we had a great week offshore. I mean, we caught cobia, we caught kingfish.
Nice.
I caught some big flounder bottom fishing.
Wow.
So but Mother Nature's been very hard on charter captains this year.
Yeah,
it's been
for sure. We're talking. Yeah,
I've never seen it blow northeast this many days in a row.
A ton. A ton for sure. Yeah. Well, that stinks, and maybe we're due for some, for some calm for a while.
Yeah. So this weekend's out. I mean, to go offshore. I mean, it's just northeast at 10 to 15, and I mean, just sitting here looking at palm trees right now, it's already blowing that. So I mean, obviously we're going to stay inshore today, but the good news is, I've looked at the extended forecast. It looks like starting Tuesday, it's going to start blowing southwest, which is what you want, and it's supposed to blow southwest all the way through the weekend, which puts us through Old School. Obviously it's a beach tournament. That means the weather's going to be perfect for that tournament. I mean, it looks to me like you couldn't ask. I mean, they're calling southwest at 9. That's primo for beach fishing. Primo. You don't want it slick calm.
Sure.
You want a little bit of chop on the water, but you obviously don't want it blowing out of the east where it's rough. But I think Paul's going to catch the weather just right.
Well, we've talked about the Daly's Old School Kingfish Shootout presented by Yellowfin, and it's the limited boundaries and no live bait purchased. Right, you can get your own, but you got to do it that way. And listen, you can come for the fishing or you can come for the fun. right? I mean, got to have happy hour at the captain's meeting. That's coming up.
We got weights and fish.
But no weights and fish here, buddy. No, we're not doing that. No weights. They're going to come about it honest, because over 100,000 in prizes are available. But the captain's meeting and the happy hour there, it's just going to be a lot of fun the whole week. And you can still sign up, right? You had the early entry advantage through May 31st, but go to
you know what? And here, let's be honest. The wind's been blowing so hard.
Yeah, might keep people away.
People are like, I just and look, here's one thing I know about Paul. He's not going to have the tournament if it's going to be nasty, rough, dangerous. I mean, he's just not going to. He'll just postpone it. But again, the weather looks like it's going to be perfect. And by the way, the day of the tournament, the day of the captain's meeting, that entry fee goes up another $50.
Okay.
So you've got this week to at least save $50.
Okay. And they've had a real great response from what I understand on the entry. And so whether, you're an experienced tournament fisherman or this is your chance to kind of get out and see what tournament fishing is all about, this is the perfect
It's a
entry.
level playing field.
Yeah.
It is totally a level playing field, yes.
All right, awesome.
And, yep. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it'll be fun.
All right.
Are you going to be are you doing anything?
I'm gonna go over to the captain's meeting. I may even bring Mrs. P, because like I said, we're gonna be at the beach next week. Here's a question I have for you. I make this self-involved, this segment. You know me and my surf fishing, I love it. But I'm a boring surf fisherman. A dead shrimp, throw it out there, catch whiting for the most part, some trash fish, maybe get a pompano or a little drum every now and then.
Uh-huh.
What else is that? What am I doing? I mean, what should I be doing more?
Do you have a little bit bigger of a rod?
Sure, I have two. Yeah, I do. I have both. I have I usually just when I'm doing what I just described, I don't use any more than like a bass, rig, for the most part, right? Yeah.
Well,
but I have a little bigger one. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, just one of those whiting that you catch, or something like that. Take one of those bigger rods and toss him out there alive.
Oh, live! Just hook him and toss him out there alive.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So basically, get a leader that has the right size hook, and away you go.
Like a 50, 60-pound leader with like a 5 or 6 aught hook, and there's just something a little bit bigger than what you're using, and take that, because you'll catch a big red. I mean, you could catch a tarpon. There's a lot of things that you can catch.
And I just think, I sit down there for a week. I'm gonna have a line 100 hours in the water, my man. I mean, not even exaggerating.
Yeah, and you chunk a live whiting or a bluefish or something like that. There's no telling what you're going to catch.
All right. Well, you'll get an update 2 weeks from today, my brother.
That'd be awesome.
Actually, I need to talk to you next week. Well, more on that. I'll call you off the air. All right.
All right. Yep.
Let's see. There he goes. That's Captain Kev on the hotline. Outdoor show tomorrow. Wildly popular on Saturday mornings. And back to that, go to oldschoolkingfish.com, gang, if you want to get involved in this. Again, what a fun tournament it sets up to be. This is kind of a cool little deal. If you catch a kingfish, doesn't matter if it's going to be a winner, but if you catch a kingfish of any size, take a snap, send the picture in, you're automatically entered into a drawing to win a $10,000 from the Nimnick family of dealerships.
I ain't gonna lie, Jeff.
Isn't that cool?
I might participate in this kingfish.
You got somebody? You got a boat? You can get out and about and do it. You want to come to the captain's meeting?
Yeah, I might.
Meet me over there.
I might, man. Really? I was just telling you, I want to diversify my portfolio.
I heard you in there. My man is he's ready to roll.
I want to get into it all, man.
All right.
Golf, baseball, and kingfishing.
Well, let's go. We're your guys. Oldschoolkingfish.com, gang. Find out more about that and be a part of it all. Again, maybe just come out to the captain's meeting, hang out, and like he's talking about doing, right? See what it's all about there. And, like Kev said, it looks like the weather's going to be great all week. So, all right, you want to do the hats?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's activate the stream, wherever that is. All right, here's what I got today. You know me. I like to match. I'm kind of matchy, so.
Right.
I had like a army green kind of T-shirt on, like naturally when I got up to come to work, and then I was like, hey, I might want some sleeves in the studio today. So then I threw on another kind of drabby type color. So we went with the
Jared Rice quarter zip.
Always, I'm big on the QZs too. I don't have the esteem of Jared Rice at the Players, and the impact that comes with his quarter zips. But
so well dressed.
I also have a quarter zip game. Don't kid yourself. Not Hall of Fame like him, but anyway. So I've gone with kind of a match hat. This is a hat from the Caddyshack charity golf tournament. So there we go. Well, I could also maybe shoot a deer if I wanted.
Yeah.
Got kind of a camouflage look there to it. And this might go in the giveaway stack when we do our giveaway. I mean, we had a lot of response yesterday. By the way, when we do the hat giveaway, it'll only be the hats that haven't been worn a ton. Nobody wants your old grungy hat. Nobody wants that. Now, yours are all tight, man. You can get one of these hats. There's odds he's never even worn that joker.
Yeah, my giveaway stash is going to be a little bit smaller than yours.
Some of my aged, sweaty, dirty hats you want nothing to do with, but I also have probably a good 40 or 50 caps that, for a variety of reasons, haven't been worn a ton. They would pass, health standards that are necessary. So, yeah, this is the Caddyshack Charity Golf Tournament hat. What do you got in there, E?
To inspire the kid, I went with a LaFave.
Okay.
With this weather being
good
so
week,
beautiful.
Good week for the brand, by the way. That's back-to-back days.
Right, back-to-back days. This was a player's, a Masters edition. Masters edition.
All right.
Yellow. It's the yellow orange patch, orange blossom, I should say.
Okay.
And it's just because the weather's been nice lately.
Sure.
I just want to be nice
kind of
and
springy,
vibrant.
Springy, summery in there. Doing your thing.
Yeah.
Pulling your vibe.
And then, of course, you want to match the kicks. You feel me? Always got to match the kicks.
Gotta be a little matchy. I'm funny. I can't be wearing one thing and then just throw a hat on just cause.
Right, and if I do, I just know I'm not wearing that hat all day.
Well, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Because of this, right? I found the guy I want to root for. I want to get him home. I want to get a win. He's a local guy. We've had him on the show before. He contended last week very visibly. Came up just short in the playoff, but losing to Emiliano Grillo. This Adam Schenk, who lives out at Nocatee, again, he's been on the drill. He had that close call last week. He had the close call, I believe it was a year ago at Tampa. Late game situations haven't helped. I thought he was bouncing back. It was going to be a special week as I tuned into the Memorial yesterday. He started on the back through his first 8 holes as he went to hole 18. He was 3 under par. He's a shot off the lead. I'm like, let's go, Adam Schenk. And he bogeyed 18. And he turned and bogeyed 1. He double bogeyed 3. And he bogeyed 5. And he bogeyed 7. 3 over. What a mush I gave Adam Schenk. I literally made a transition in my head as I watched the Memorial on television. There's a guy I'm going to root for. I'm going to start following Adam Schenk a little bit more. And I absolutely torpedoed the kid. I don't know how we ask him this. It's probably not funny anymore. I don't know how you can go through your life as a professional golfer with a last name of Schenk. It's a word you're not even allowed to say on the golf course. Like, if you are on the golf course and you do shank it, you don't literally say the word shank. It's like don't take a banana on the boat. That's a superstition, like a sports superstition.
How ironic to have the name Schenk and you're a pro golfer.
Correct. It's not spelled exactly like if you shank one off that hosel rocket you're about to shoot. One of you are today. One of you poor jokers. Here's a mush. One of you dudes head to the golf course. You're going to hit a shank today. You bet you are. You're not a pro golfer. Yeah, but Adam Schenk. Oof. All right, I'm going to come back with that the Jaguars' perspective on what's remaining out there and where at least one analyst, slash scout slash reporter is sending them. A couple other headlines in a football fix, including Tom Terrific makes it, he pounded down his fist and let you know in no uncertain terms. I'll tell you what Brady said yesterday when we returned as well. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brett Musburger's Action Update. Juice Reel, the betting intelligence tool that's making better bettors. Open the App Store and get your hands on Juice Reel. Start betting smarter. Juice, R-E-E-L. Juice Reel. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The Nuggets are up 1-0 on the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals after a win yesterday, Game 2 on Sunday. The Nuggets have opened up as a 9-point favorite. Overall, the Nuggets are now minus 800 to win the series. The Heat at plus 550. The Stanley Cup Final, it is getting underway tomorrow between the Vegas Golden Knights and Florida Panthers. Vegas is a minus 130 favorite for game number 1 tomorrow. Overall, Vegas is a minus 125 favorite to win the series.
For the latest odds all the time, visit vsin.com. I'm Matt Pauley. This has been your action update on 1010XL, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning, a division of Duck Duck Rooter, is looking for experienced and dependable HVAC services technicians to join our growing team. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is committed to delivering the highest level of service to our customers. Successful candidates will be hard-working, dependable, possess strong problem-solving skills with at least 2 years of HVAC experience. Ready to get to work? Please visit our website at duckduckac.com and click on the careers page. We look forward to hearing from you. That's duckduckac.com.
Duck Duck AC is an equal opportunity employer.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on South Side near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Watch this.
Get your golf weekend started early during Brunch with the Tour. Tour news, tips, and inside info. Extremely good. Brought to you by Clearwater Irrigation and J&M Roofing. Tuesday morning at 8:30 on 1010XL.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. By now, everyone has heard about saving money on their energy bills. There are all sorts of things you can do to cut energy costs, but most people don't think about their windows.
But Window World knows that the biggest energy loss in almost every home is the windows. There is more energy loss from old builder-grade windows than just about anything else in your home.
You can upgrade your heating and air, your appliances, that's good too. But before you do all that, upgrade your windows to Window World's energy-efficient windows.
Window World's windows are easy to clean, energy efficient, and have the best guarantee in the business.
Window World's slogan is simply the best for less, and we mean it. You get great American-made windows, and you get to keep more of your money when you buy from Window World. Need any more reasons to buy your windows from Window World? Call them today and set up your free in-home estimate, or go online to windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you are a 6th-generation jeweler. What kind of watch do you wear?
Frank, I think I've told this story 1,000 times. The watch I wear is a Rolex, and here's why. When my grandfather gave me a gift for graduating from college, he said, "I want you to have something that you'll always remember me for." And he gave me a Rolex watch, and some 35 years later, it still runs and looks as good as it did the day I got it, a day I'll always remember. This might be the right time for you to create the same kind of memory, and nothing does it better than a Rolex from Underwoods. Whether it's a lady or a man's, the Rolex Oyster has the classic good looks and incredible durability and accuracy that make it the watch people want to own. And at Underwoods, all of our Rolexes come with a 5-year guarantee.
Underwood Jewelers in San Marco, in Avondale, and at the shops of Ponte Vedra. Underwood's, serving excellence since 1928. Underwood Jewelers.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel Heilman from the brand new Fourscore Golf Tavern. We do elevated food, drinks, and golf simulator fun. If you're looking for a delicious meal or maybe a spot for a client, we have lunch specials every day. Need to entertain a few people from out of town? Easy. Just reserve one of our 4 simulator bays. Lunch service starts at 11 a.m. daily. Located in San Marcos Square, we'll see you at lunch at Fourscore Golf Tavern.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, back on a GFL Friday. The Jags certainly have still a couple of holes you feel like could be filled. We know what they are. We've talked about them. At this point, it's down to really a solid third veteran corner and an edge rusher, pass rush specialist even. So ESPN looks at these 13 players that are still out there and can help, teams in certain positions. Most of these, quote, fits that they attach, involve contending teams. You don't go trifling with what the Texans might do. Some of these contending teams would have similar needs to the Jaguars. But I mentioned earlier, 5 edge rush prospects are on this column. It's by Matt Bowen. And he just basically says when he evaluates free agent team matches, looking at how each player fits in a scheme, might be able to help immediately, and whether the team has the cap space to add said player. So these are mostly going to be, though, 1-year low-risk deals that were that late into the whole free agency deal. So then he goes through the players, and I'll skip the other 8. And I'll give you the defensive end edge rush prospects and how many you might put on a Jaguars team that is contending, you would think, to the point that just adding a piece like that may really put them at another level. Again, it's easy to bog down on 9-8, 10-9 overall, and forget it went, 6-1 down the stretch. 6-2 after the loss to the Chiefs. So there's 2 ways to kind of look at that, split that apple from a year ago. Yeah, overall, they didn't establish themselves as a dominant team, but then they won 5 of their last 6 in the regular season, their last 5 in the regular season, in fact, and then a playoff game, and then played the Super Bowl champs to a touchdown. Frank Clark let go by those same Kansas City Chiefs. Best fit, according to this column, the New Orleans Saints. Moving on. We'll include Jadeveon Clowney. I don't think the Jags fan base is pounding the table for Jadeveon Clowney, so don't really care that he puts best team fit there. The Baltimore Ravens. Moving on. Leonard Floyd, released by the Rams, where over the last 3 years he averaged 10 sacks a year. Best team fit? Carolina Panthers. That's not a contender. He suggests, though, that the impact there gives, an edge rusher opposite Brian Burns, who has developed into a really good pass rusher. All right, let's keep going. All right, okay, cool. Justin Houston, there's one. I know Hicks always liked him. Best team fit for this edge rusher, the New York Giants. Check. Unique Ngakoue, gosh, I never got past the whole Twitter spat he had with Tony Khan thinking that he would ever play here again. I just don't know if that's a hatch that can be buried. Unique, Bears. The Bears. We have any left? Have I gone through them all? That's it. 5 up, 5 down. In fact, of all the players that are still available that, might can help a team, none are suggested. So, look, that mentality that this organization has given us from Doug Peterson to Trent Baalke and on, that they're good. We like who we got. Let's go. Let's run it back. Not to say we're ever completely done. We saw that when they made a change at kicker that I don't think a lot of us expected. But that same, I don't know if this columnist is thinking, where he's feeding off of that, or if he really looks at these are teams that need it worse than we do in this particular case. Either way, it is time for a football fix. It's brought to you by your Jacksonville Sharks. Sharks on the road this weekend, and then we got a home game next week. So go to jackssharks.com, get your tickets. Who knows what the case will be next time they face Albany. Did you see what Antonio Brown did yesterday?
What do they do now?
Antonio Brown is offering Cam Newton $150,000 to play in one arena football game with him because he, quote, wants to catch a touchdown pass from Cam Newton. Is Antonio Brown just drunk? Is my man just drunk? He just says drunk things, right? Like, sober, he says drunk things.
Call me Mr. Big Chest.
I mean, first of all, at this point, right, we happen to have a team in the league, and it just so happens they played Antonio Brown's team recently after all the news of players not getting paid and released and quitting and whatnot. We got their quarterback here. But, I mean, come on. Anyway, from Antonio Brown to the GOAT, that'd be Tom Brady. You know it. I know it. We all know it. And despite speculation and the fact that he had, quote, bought into he bought a stake in the Raiders, going to, move towards being as much as prominent an owner he can be in that ownership group. Doubled down yesterday. He's retired. It's been his dream to buy into the Raiders. Trust him. He knows the commitment to football. And if he were playing football this year, he'd be working right now. And I think he's enjoying. By the way, the dude continues to chisel that face. And so I don't know what to think about Brady. He's really good when he gets his work done. You can never quite tell exactly what it is, but there's just something different. You feel me? He just looks always looks just a little bit different. Sometimes it's a major difference. We saw that last year. And then there's just like, okay.
Some real.
He touches it just so he's like a Kardashian that way. He just touches it just enough that it just kind of blends and you never really realize. But if you look at a picture of Tom Brady's face right now and tack it onto something like 12 years ago, which has nothing to do with the fact that he says he's done. You have to believe him here at this point. Josh McDaniels, he's the coach there, says he has no anxiety about the Raiders quarterback situation. Or to McDaniels, you should. I mean, you got Jimmy G now hurt, subject to the point that you may not even, you may not even have him. Garoppolo joined on that free agent contract in March, but the waiver release that he signed, and the fact that he underwent surgery after signing and hadn't been able to practice at all in the OTAs, well, unplussed, says their head coach Josh McDaniels. By the way, it is Brian Hoyer. We asked, remember? This dude, Brian Hoyer. My goodness. They drafted Aiden O'Connell out of Purdue. They got that's a yucky quarterback situation if there is no Jimmy G. So, yeah, you should be anxious about it. Tony Pollard says he'll be cleared for training camp. Well, that's good news. I mean, the dude had an ankle injury in December. I would think so. The DeAndre Hopkins rumors are going to continue to kind of sizzle a little bit until ultimately a final move is made. The Patriots seem interested, but there's kind of developing now this notion that he has a particular team in mind. This came out of nowhere. According to the Houston Chronicle, the free agent is interested in reuniting with the Texans. Huh? That'd be interesting. It's certainly, I don't want to see that. Keep out of the AFC as far as I'm concerned. All right, some Jaguars storyline. Sports Illustrated kind of doing some predictions and projections for the upcoming NFL season. As timing would have it, we got on the conversation point of 5,000-yard passers in NFL history. The Jags, of course, have never had one. There haven't been that many. What do we say, like 9 different quarterbacks maybe have done
9
it?
total, yeah.
And Breeze did it like 4 or 5 times. SI predicting a 5,000-yard passing season for Trevor Lawrence. They write, Lawrence continues to, quote, get it at such a substantial speed. The Jags running game suffered a bit from some stretches of pedestrian play last year. More the reason to sink more into the passing game and put the ball in Lawrence's hands. Potentially generational quarterback. Great wide receivers. What's so hard to see here? All right. 4,113 passing yards last year, 25 touchdowns, and again, a number that you have to remind yourself he settled in on only 8 regular season interceptions. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. It's GFL Friday. Hick and Rival is next. You are listening to The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Ever wonder how Rick Ballou got hired at 1010XL?
I had a sales job where I was driving around a lot listening to talk radio. I started calling in, and then I realized I'm smarter than everybody else.
Evenings on 1010XL.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. Remember when you were going to get that pain fixed this year? Well, the year is almost halfway over. If you're still dealing with that pain, enough is enough. Pills are not the answer. Surgery is not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics today at 904-274-5522. Set up a free consultation in Mandarin or Ponte Vedra. The advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. You can do all those summer activities you love. How do they do it? By taking healing properties from your own body and applying them right into your achy joint. Your tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. You can have life-changing results without drugs, surgery, or downtime. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, enough is enough. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's 274-5522.
Hey, this is Stevie Beechurst of Beechurst Plumbing. Growing up in Jacksonville, I was always proud when my dad would point at a building and say, I did the plumbing for that. That's the same kind of pride we instill in every plumber here at Beechurst Plumbing. And that's the kind of pride you can expect when you hire Beechurst Plumbing for your home or business. Right now, we're doing spring specials to get your project going. To find out how we can help you, visit BeechurstPlumbing.com. BETROS Plumbing.com. Beechurst Plumbing, here to help.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Looking for a great way for your kids to enjoy sports? Check out I-9 Sports, the way youth sports should be, offering flag football, basketball, soccer, and t-ball in Duval, St. John's, and Clay County. You can play year-round, fall, winter, spring, and summer seasons with co-ed programs ages 3 to 17. Enter promo code 1010XL to receive $5 off registration. All the details are at i9sports.com.
Hey, gang, you know we love trivia. I got some trivia for you. Did you know that the only 2% of U.S. beef is graded prime? ABBQ is the only Northeast Florida barbecue restaurant that uses only prime brisket and slow smokes using only wood. The slow-cooked prime brisket cooked using only wood produces the most succulent, mouth-watering brisket you'll ever taste. So come and experience the prime brisket at ABBQ, where the taste is always unforgettable. Visit us today. Satisfy your cravings for the best barbecue in town at ABBQ. Come meet and drink with us.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and when you get out and you think about the new latest and greatest machinery from Honda on-road, tell some people about what they can find at your showroom.
They can find everything from really small bikes like the Honda Grom all the way up to the Honda Goldwing, or if you're more into the cruisers, the full line of Honda Rebels is really hot.
You've got every price point covered.
Every price point, every rider ability.
And the inventory, it comes and goes, so they need to get there, right?
Absolutely. If you see it today, you got to get it today because it's still hot.
Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency.
Hacker here for the Sausage Dude Sausage, the sausage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Sausage Dude Sausage is made from high-quality pork and carefully sourced spices to make it the best sausage I've ever tried. You can pick up the Sausage Dude Sausage at Publix locations all throughout Jacksonville. Try the Polish, Hungarian, beer bratwurst with cheddar and jalapeno, or my favorite, the Italian. Take it from me, the Sausage Guy, and get to Publix today to get your hands on the Sausage Dude's Sausage.
At Andy's Automotive and Truck Services, they know that your company's fleet is more than just a bunch of cars and trucks. It's your livelihood, your reputation, your pride. So when you need routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs, Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize your downtime and keep your fleet running like new. While you care for your employees and customers, rest assured Andy's Automotive will take care of your fleet. Visit the team at andysats.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and I said yes to Yas, Dr. Mitchell Yas, and the Yas method. Now I know, you've probably tried medications, treatments, injections, even surgery. Maybe the reason you're still in pain is because they're treating the wrong thing and not addressing the root causes. Well, I know from personal experience, this does happen. But I found the best kept secret in pain elimination, Dr. Yas and the Yas method. Call him today, 904-906-YASS, and say yes to Yas.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm E.T. Demetrius Harvey of the Florida Times Union recently joined the boys of Jaguars today and spoke on some notes that he took at a recent training camp.
I feel like his relationship with, guys like Ridley, obviously, and then, other guys like Christian Kirk and all the other receivers, it's really cool to see Trevor sort of taking that leadership role to the next level by talking to them right after the play, making sure everything's working fluidly.
You can hear that interview in full by simply heading over to 1010XL.com in the on-demand section. Currently, it's 7:03 and it's 71 degrees out. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the Dan Hicken Arrival and more is next, right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking
Arms in the air quick. We're going. It's go time.
You know it! Yes, sir! Sweet Friday! With emotion, please. Hey! Ho! Hey, ho!
No reason to use that kind of language.
Ooh.
Friday!
I'm surprised Friday's camera shy, but she stays just off camera.
I worked last night. I'm not aware. My senses aren't firing.
Oh.
Put that heater out. I can't tell you.
Not
There's
smoking. It's a vape. It's a difference.
Still, you can't have the vape
It does.
stuff.
It goes. It dissipates. It's not the
By
same
the
as
way,
smoke, and it doesn't smell.
Is vape, like the vape smoke?
It's probably technically steam.
Let me ask you.
Talk to me.
You like to hit that stick.
It's not.
I don't like the vape. I don't like the vape.
I don't think vapes give you smoke. I think that's the point.
It doesn't?
No, I think it's steam or something. I
don't care what the hell it is.
Okay, what's wrong?
When you're walking in a line and somebody's vaping in front of you, you walk through it just like a big old, it's more than a big old puff of cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
But it don't
That's
hit the
rude.
same.
But I don't want to smell it.
It's rude. It was rude for them to do that. Yeah.
It is rude.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's rude.
Yeah.
It's not as
If
obnoxious.
we're walking in a line,
I hear you.
The vape is
I
going
got
behind you.
And some of these kids,
and behind you is me.
And I'll see some of these kids vape, and they'll do a poof.
This
and then
wasn't
like,
a kid. This
well,
was a dude,
or whatever.
but-
It's like an unbelievable amount comes out.
Right.
Like most of them, they blow out like what you would see someone blow out from a cigar or cigarette. But every once in a while, one of these Puff the Magic Dragon vapors throws out this like storm cloud.
Another question. Why do vapors...
Is it steam or it's not smoke?
It's like a.
It's got to be a steam, doesn't it? Or
you telling me
Yeah,
vaping
like-
is not smoke in your lungs? It's healthy?
no, it's not healthy. Definitely not healthy.
Yeah, I'd
No.
say it's
Yeah.
smoke. It's smoke.
It's smoke.
And
It
then
is
you,
smoke?
And then you can adjust. So you can adjust how much of it that you inhale and you take out. So like you can.
See, I would have
adjust
guessed you're
You
heating
can be
up.
like my
Nah,
grandma who used to smoke heaters, but didn't inhale, and then he'd walk in the house and it'd be like
I don't
a fog.
think it's called vape for what? Vapor. It's not smoke. It's got to be some. It heats up the oils or,
Yeah,
or
heats
whatnot.
up the oil. Yeah.
Bad
steam or
conversation. We
vapor.
probably should all know all this already.
Well, no, it just means you don't vape
Yeah.
or smoke or whatever those
Yeah.
are.
Right.
I would think
Oh, but
vape,
my
is,
other question
vape
is
is
this.
short for vapor, I'm sure, right?
Uh-huh.
It can't be. It's not smoke. Why would they be popular if it was smoke? We'd all just smoke Winston's.
Why do vape people, or what do you call that? The stick? The
The
hit?
pen. The pen.
Pen.
Uh-huh.
Why do they hold the pen like a cigarette? You hold the cigarette out like this,
Right.
but the vape they kind of hide it.
Like, why do they
because
hide?
You know why? Because there's not a fiery ash at the other end that you would.
Right.
If you had
So
a
if it was a
cigarette.
cigarette, you'd hold it like
Probably,
And,
yeah.
and also, you have to activate it. Some of them
Yeah,
push a
you gotta
button.
push a button.
Oh,
That's a good point,
activation.
too.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing that a lot of folks like to stick the sweet stinky on, though,
That's true.
right?
Tis true.
So
And
you can vape the sweet stinky.
Uh-huh.
And would anyone know the difference?
Yes, by the smell.
You're going to smell it.
You'll smell the difference. If I'm doing a vape of like nicotine and with its cranberry,
Cocktail.
pomegranate,
Yeah,
and then I did THC that's cranberry pomegranate,
You
you know the difference
You're
on the
going to
XL?
you're gonna smell that sticky.
You are? Okay.
You didn't know we were going to have vape talk today, did you?
Vape talk.
I was going to say it'd be great if you're like if you're a rise and shiner all day longer, that, take that vape around all over the place. No one know the difference.
But people do. So whenever you blow it in the air, and that smell, it goes away quick.
can tell
it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't stick on you. Like if you're rolling, if you're smoking a J, is what they call it. That smell's gonna last. It's gonna stick on you. Not on a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah. But by the way, it's terrible for you. It's not. I mean, it's
Gotta
not,
be, man.
Smoking is also terrible. If you're listening right now on your way to your last day at school, don't do either. Don't misunderstand what
It's
we're
bad.
saying.
It's
we're
bad
just
for you.
asking curiosity questions here.
It's ruined a lot of the songs, though. Like, you can't sing "Smoking in the vaping in the boys'
maybe.
room."
Maybe.
They were vaping in the boys' room. Everybody knows that vaping ain't allowed in school.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
I don't
You know that
if
song?
No.
You know that song?
By the way, I'm gonna also
look that one up right now.
I got it. Like
Look up "Smoking in the Boys' Room." It's a great song.
I'm gonna e-card both you dudes too. I don't think you can tell the different smell.
Oh, 100%.
I think if you got two dudes, give me two dudes to stop by the studio. One with your THC vape and one with just what your
Let's
nicotine
do the
vape.
test.
Let's do
and
it.
And blow, and I'll let these two sleuths go out
We'll
and
let-
tell me which one's which.
For scientific purposes, we'll hit the sweet stinky. Just for scientific, no other reason.
Yeah, again,
Strictly,
kids going to
just
school.
for the test.
Parody. I hope kids understand parody here as we send them off to school.
Today's the last day of school, isn't it?
7:09. They're in cars all over the first coast. I mean, what kind of example?
It's a poor example.
I mean, it's a very poor example. Oh, look, from the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Hope y'all are happy.
Oh, no.
I get a shout out today for my daughter in the St. Paul's Riverside Ramblers, last day of school.
Yeah.
Little Charlotte listens every morning.
Oh, no.
And looks most forward to Friday.
Oh, no, Charlotte, I'm sorry.
Trivia is a close second. So there you go.
What's up, Charlotte?
Gosh knows how you
Sweet
just,
Charlotte.
You just put Friday into a substance abuse clinic that then led to another 5-minute talk of said substance.
Oh, no. I apologize.
Coming from the guy who bought a pack of cigarettes for a guy last week.
I thought I saw what was a car overheating on the side of the road, so I pulled over to the guy to help out, and it turns out he was just vaping.
Yeah, some of those monster atomic mushroom clouds, I don't know where those come from. But anyway. Enough about that. I have a very good question for you. I will credit the text line from Lifetime Enclosures because we started the show today. Just like sometimes it takes getting to the playoffs and watching a dude for 15, 20 games in a row to realize what you've been missing from this standpoint. Unlike Joel Embiid or Giannis Antetokounmpo or Anthony Davis or any other star, you know what Jokic never does? Never gives you 8 points, 12 rebounds. Ever, ever, ever. It's always high 20s, mid-teens, 10. You mix up the points however you want. Maybe he only has 15 points and 30 rebounds one night. But the dude's unbelievable. Anyway, to this question.
Okay.
Would you say that right now, first and foremost, and this isn't a wild, stretch, other than the fact that everyone's watching him more now than they have. He has been the MVP 2 years in a row. Jokic is the best player in the league.
Yeah.
He's the best player. Like, if you could have any player in the league, it wouldn't be Giannis or LeBron or Steph. It would be Jokic. He's the best player in the league.
He's a big, goofy bee, too.
Just good, though.
I love watching him, though.
All right,
It's kinda
like
fun.
somebody on ESPN, I'll steal the line. He's like a trash can with a head. I mean, just a big, clanky, but unbelievable vision. I told him he's like a cyborg, Hick. You get him the ball, his head rotates back and forth, those laser eyes, and he just finds guys. He took one shot in the first quarter, yet was the story of the quarter. He had taken 5 shots going into the fourth, yet he had dominated the game. And when it finishes, by the way, he gets his 27 points.
Yeah.
And his 15 assists and 10 rebounds or vice versa. It's just, he never, ever, ever gives you 8.6 rebounds or misses 4 games in a row because his heel is sore.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads me to this question.
All right, the question.
The question is this.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic or prime Shaq?
I'd probably
that's
take
a good one.
I'd probably go Prime Shaq.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was asked
Prime
that.
Shaq was awful
question.
good.
Ooh, that's a hard one because they're different players. They dominate in different ways. But I too would lean Prime Shaq. It's just far as when Prime Shaq, if you got the ball to that dude within 5 feet of the basket, he was not.
Nobody could stop.
But now, if you're really, 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 looking at it objectively, he's a terrible free throw shooter. Jokic is going to knock those down. Not near the assist guy. One thing, and he pointed this out, Jokic doesn't do, or he might be one of the most complete players in league history. He doesn't defend the rim. He doesn't block shots. He's never averaged as much as one block in a year. That surprises me, except for the fact he's got a 3-inch vertical. Maybe that's why. Less than a block a year, Hick. Jokic. He's never had a year where he averaged at least one block. The one thing he doesn't do is, defend the rim.
Yeah.
You're not coming across the lane and swatting one off the backboard. But, man, when you watch, it takes watching him every day to realize, well, this dude never has an off day. It's like triple-double-ish every game.
He's good.
And one of the stats in the triple-double is always way over what a good stat would be. In other words, if he only has 19 points, he'll have 26 rebounds.
He had 10 assists and a half last night. And the Heat made a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter. They got within, I think it was 9, 8.
Well, and they trailed by 26 or 7. I lost interest. I was multitasking. I got briefly interested when they ran it down close there in the fourth, but you knew they weren't winning that game.
Yeah.
And by the way, Denver is really good, and they're probably now going to fit this mold. I'm declaring the series over. I thought it was over before they started. More likely to be a sweep than go 6, if you ask me.
Okay.
But there's also this, and this happens in the NBA more than any other sport. In the NBA, if you win a title, you're usually around either winning or playing for another one pretty quick.
Okay.
If you're good and you're built. If they keep this core of Jokic, Murray, Gordon, and Porter together, y'all good luck catching them. Good luck putting together a team that's going to beat them. They just swept the Lakers, who are arguably the one that's supposed to be able to do that.
Good team.
Yeah, very good.
Really good team that we're just sort of learning about. They were good all year out west. They're really good in Denver. But they've sort of come out of nowhere.
Well, you just
was Murray out last year or the year before?
No, it was last year. He came back at the very, very end.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Still didn't feel. No, he didn't feel right. And then even for a lot of this year, didn't feel great. But he seems finally completely comfortable and.
What is the commissioner up to with the Ja thing? He basically now he's going to have us talk about it because he didn't want us to talk about it.
Does the commissioner look like he eats insects?
Commissioner is a ghoul.
The commissioner looks like he eats insects.
He's a ghoul.
Like he got on his porch in Manhattan, he's got like a little greenhouse and it's got big stick insects and praying manti and whatnot. And I feel like he just goes out there eating for a snack rather than getting some grapes or having some guac. I feel like he walks out into his greenhouse and he eats a grasshopper.
This is no, you're wrong.
No, I'm wrong.
This is the definition: a phantom, especially one supposed to rob graves and feed on dead bodies.
No, I'm not going to say
he's a ghoul.
He runs the NBA. I don't think he's
like
a ghoul. Zombie.
He goes out at night and feeds on dead bodies.
I do think he eats crickets. I do. I'm not going to lie about that.
He is a ghoul, a demon-like, monstrous humanoid. Is that fair to say? Is he a monstrous humanoid?
He's a demon-like, monstrous humanoid. Wow.
Yes. But anyway, the bigger issue was the ghoul basically by saying, once he said, we've uncovered like a lot more information about Ja, but we're not going to talk about it till it wouldn't be fair to talk about now. Okay. How about you just say the investigation is ongoing? We should have something after the final.
The investigation's done. We'll announce after the final. I don't know. That's kind of what he did say.
Oh, he just teased the holy hell out of it.
He basically admitted we don't want to talk about it now. Let's pay attention to what's going on. But either way, look, they're going to hit this kid with 20 games? I'll be the guess.
I think more.
I don't know.
I'm thinking at least.
Here's what happens.
I'm thinking at least half a season.
You know what's happened between then and now?
Yeah.
Jaws released a new shoe that sold out in 5 minutes, and with a waiting list to get more.
Okay.
So whether or not that should be a barometer, I believe when the suits all get around and look at one of their assets and realize that and interpret that to be what the typical public reaction is. I don't know if it's half a season, but you could be right. We'll leave you with this, and we'll come back with a 10-minute drill.
Okay.
Back to the text line in our proud papa. This is where we've left him this morning.
Our proud papa?
Yeah, we did the shout out for his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. You guys rock.
To Charlotte.
Yeah, you guys rock. Charlotte was stoked to hear her name and school on the radio. However,
oh boy,
I will be trying to break down the vape, THC, and differences between pins and sticks to her. She's going into 4th grade.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure that
I'm
conversation
sorry.
was coming at some point.
Was
Hey, Charlotte.
Yeah.
a little early for that
It's the
conversation.
difference between vape, stick, pin,
Apologize.
THC, smell.
My bad.
What's pomegranate? More next. It's your GFL Friday. We'll
Daddy?
tee up the 10-minute drill.
What are they talking about?
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Oh, those Lady Seminoles. Oh, they took care of business game 1. You've heard it here first. E has it on tape. You still call it tape? FSU is the team that is going to stop Oklahoma's juggernaut. They won yesterday as well. 49 in a row. But FSU run-ruled Oklahoma State. And I don't know if you know where the Women's College World Series is played, but it's in Oklahoma. So, road game for FSU, and they had zero problem with Oklahoma State, one of the better teams in the country. Obviously, they made it there. It's eventually going to be Oklahoma and FSU. And as I told you, with a senior pitcher who's awfully good, I think this is the time that Oklahoma's streak comes to an end, and FSU will win a national championship.
You love free. And at Ameris Bank, so do we. That's why we're proud to offer worry-free, hassle-free Ameris Bank free checking. Manage your money your way with convenient access to digital, mobile, and telephone banking, all with no monthly service fee or minimum balance requirements. At Ameris Bank, we're with you. For more information or to open an account, visit our local bankers in person or online at amerisbank.com/free checking. Other fees such as overdraft fees may apply. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Sometimes you agree with them, sometimes you don't.
On the runway, I'm coming in hot.
CBS Sports senior NFL writer Pete Prisco joins the Frangie Show Friday afternoons on 1010XL. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Borland Groover is expanding in St. Johns County. Look for the new Advanced Surgery Center and Medical Facility, open in Durbin Crossing in the summer of 2024. Learn more about it at BorlandGroover.com.
You will love your new custom windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. For a limited time, get 20% off windows, patio doors, and installation. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Enjoy the beauty and quality that only Renewal by Andersen offers. This offer expires June 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613. So did you finally decide on a boat?
No, none of them can do all the things I want.
That's not like you. You're usually so decisive.
Oh, that hasn't changed. I've made a decision, but it's not to buy a boat.
But you've been talking about buying a new boat for months now.
True, but I came up with a better idea. We're joining Freedom Boat Club. That way, we have a fleet of boats to use depending upon what we want to do that day. Cruising, tubing, wakeboarding, fishing, rafting up, whatever mood strikes us.
I like it. I guess I should be glad you didn't have the same attitude about men. It's you and me forever, babe.
That's right, but I might have kept dating if someone else did the cleanup, maintenance, and repairs on men. But I have my hands full just keeping one man in good running order.
Honey, you can date all the boats you want, but I'm going along for the ride.
That's precisely what I was thinking. Don't be married to one boat when you can date several different ones. Sometimes dating a variety of boats keeps it interesting, and that with no maintenance, hassle, or cleaning, being married to Freedom Boat Club can end in blissful harmony. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Are your kids ready to play this summer? Come check out the Y. Summer is a time for kids to explore new things and expand the limits of their imagination. At the Y Summer Camp, every day is a new adventure. Kids can learn about STEM, arts and humanities, athletic sports, outdoor games, and more. Registration is now open, but space is limited, and spots are filling up quickly. Learn more and find your adventure at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
Jacksonville has some junk, and J-Dog is removing it. They're here to do the dirty work. You don't want to remove and dispose of large furniture or appliances yourself? Call J-Dog. Here now proudly serving you, removing junk from your home or business. They can even handle small demolition projects, and they're still donating local items to veterans in need. So let J-Dog do the dirty work for you. J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran-owned and operated. JDog.com.
Oh boy, not again.
Do you feel this way every time there's rain in the forecast? Amy Salt, owner of CrossFit Salt to Tear in the Riverside area, definitely did.
I had major rain anxiety from all the water collecting outside my gym. That's why I'm so happy I reached out to Clearwater Drainage. John came out, designed a system that moved the water off of my property, and all my kettlebells are now dry. I'm sleeping so much better at night.
Clearwater Irrigation.
And drainage, too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
All right. Oh, yeah. Sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We do it each and every day. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, at the conclusion of the drill, we'd love to hand out a prize pack. It's kind of a unique one this week, isn't it, E?
It is. It's a pair of tickets to the River City Wrestling Con that's going down June 10th and June 11th.
Yes.
This is Florida's annual celebration of pro wrestling fandom. Experience nearly 100 global recognized wrestling icons, family-friendly attractions, and live wrestling matches all throughout this huge weekend.
Like, not joking at all. That's going to be super cool for a lot of people.
It really is.
That wrestling is popular, man. I grew up Middle Tennessee watching Southern wrestling with Gordon Soley and followed all the way through college as the WWE came along with Hulk Hogan and all those dudes. I haven't watched wrestling in a zillion years, but I got a soft spot for wrestling. You get in fights on Middle Tennessee playgrounds about whether or not wrestling, as it was called, was real back in the day. That was part of the fun and charm, Hick, remember?
Mm-hmm.
The debate of whether or not wrestling was real. And finally, they just admitted that it's all just, scripted showcase, which was suspected all along. But anyway, yeah, stick around. You'll get that prize back.
Yeah.
Now, not to say that it wouldn't be a terrific wheel punishment for one of us to have to get into tights and wrestling boots and walk around a WrestleCon for an hour. That would be a terrific wheel payoff, but there's nothing up for grabs between then and now.
Boy.
We got a I think we have a fortunate we're getting a good bounce here. What's wrong with you? You're shaking your head over there. What's going on?
I'm sorry. The idiocracy is striking me again. There's one thing they tell you when you go to Yellowstone.
Uh-huh.
Don't get close to the animals.
Yeah, the people get close to those bison. and
Don't
they
get
turn
close
them.
to the bison.
The
Every
moose,
year we
the
see
moose,
the
the
video
elk.
where the bison throws the little kid 30 feet in the
or
air.
the elk will do the same thing. And those, here's one thing too. Those things are as big as a car.
And this one, I mean, she got lucky, but she very easily could be dead, and it would be the
Darwinism.
Yeah,
they call
you know
it.
how they talk about, like the selfies you take, like on the cliff. No, take another step back. Ah! Women fall
Damn,
to
that's
death,
social media.
right? That happens all the time. This lady went right up to a bison who's sitting there. He's just munching on some grass, but he's on his all fours. He's down. And right up to him, taking selfies. And you know, it's just dumb. Anyway, continue. I'm sorry.
And we're not done for the summer. The season's just starting, Hick. You'll see more about some idiot that tries to do a selfie with a bear, or they stop to watch two moose fight and get too close. They're just a bunch of morons, bro. Yeah. The idiocracy is real.
Yeah.
I started this thing as a embellished bit some 12 years ago, and it's unfolded in front of our very eyes. Do not Guggen Nation of any segment of the population. You guys have no excuse to be fooled.
Don't be fooled again.
Told you what was coming. And it is just in beyond full bore bloom right now. There's a band of lunatics running around this country in 1,000 different ways and shadows and angles. Anyway.
Lunatic fringe.
Sure, not even fringe.
No.
Normal is the fringe.
Damn it.
So the SEC punted is what they did. And they just think we're all rube Southern football fans. Like they basically decided on the 8 game with one natural opponent. You can call it temporary and say that you're going to revisit scheduling. No, you're not. You're going to spend the next year figuring out exactly who's going to play who for the next 8 years in your rotating schedule. But the decision's been made, and those that want to chicken out with a freebie on the schedule win. I mean, that's what it boils down to. The coaches that want to be able to have a punching bag.
We have a list, by the way, of the gutless teams, the 9 teams who wouldn't vote for the 9 game right away, and then the 5 teams who were all in favor of it.
Okay.
So
who are the 5 that basically they went to the 8? Now they position this, and what they do is this. They do this so you can get excited about the football season. By the end of the year, you're not going to care if it's 8 or 9 anymore because of all these great things that just happened, and you're going to now be sold that there's no more going 8 years without playing at Oklahoma or Bama or somewhere else. So they're going to win you over that way, but don't be fooled by this, quote, temporary status they gave.
Yeah.
They made the decision. It's going to be 8 conference games. Again, that way everyone can get their little layup and bring Western Carolina to town and beat them by 60.
Yeah.
And for the big schools, that doesn't matter. For the little schools, now you can get into a bowl, even though when you played light competition, you were sub 500, whatever. They're going to make a rule that you got to play one Power 5 school. Ooh, wow, really? A whole one? Most schools have that already. Like
shout out
Florida.
to the brave, the bold.
Yeah, who are the 5 that won
Florida, Georgia, LSU, Missouri, and Texas A&M said bring it.
Yeah.
Little panty waist Alabama didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
We play big out of conference schedule.
Yeah. No, what I don't like is suddenly going from 8. If you go 9 and demand 1, that still gives you 2 throwaways you can do what you want.
But all that aside, the real reason why is because they went to ESPN. ESPN said, we're not giving you any money for next game right now.
Because they're
all right, we'll wait till the
contracted
contract's up,
for 8,
and then we'll bury you.
Yeah.
That's what's going to – I mean, it's just that simple. It's all about money. And so –
for sure.
They'll stay with 8.
But to me, the news was presenting this yesterday as this is a 1-year plan. No, the heck it is. It's the exact same plan that's going to be in place. The 1-year plan that attaches these rivalries, maybe they'll alter 1 or 2 of those comments. Because here's the problem. We said it yesterday. There's too many teams in the SEC that have 2 or 3 valid rivals, and there's too many that have none. There's a lot. Missouri doesn't have a rival in this conference in football. Kentucky doesn't have a rival. Kentucky may think they do, but no one else does. Like, no one considers Kentucky. And it's not what you, the fan base, considers. It's who the other fan bases consider you to be.
Right.
Kentucky, there's no fan base, there's no program in the SEC. And I'm not picking on Kentucky. They're just an example. They don't have anything naturally that lingers, and they were
they play Louisville,
but that's out of the conference. I'm just saying their SEC rival. There's not, and South Carolina doesn't have a natural SEC rival. They don't. They may think it's Georgia or Tennessee. Georgia and Tennessee don't. They'll put them down 3rd or 4th, maybe. So there's too many schools like that, and then you've got Auburn that can claim 2 or 3, or Tennessee that can claim 2 or 3, or Florida, or LSU, or Georgia.
I also saw something on Twitter, and I don't have it in front of me, but the conferences that play the most Power 5 schools out of conference, and the SEC is like at the bottom of the barrel.
That's
on it.
weak. I mean,
Yeah.
again, we use these excuses. And by the way, here's an idea. Since you, to combat this notion, right, that you are, well, we're supporting these other schools. They get $1.5 million, all right? Okay? How about we take the difference in what you can generate from TV or revenue or otherwise in playing Notre Dame at home, Alabama, and just send the $1.5 million to Western Carolina instead of playing them? How about that?
Right.
I mean, come on.
There's a lot.
Anyway, I'm not super. I'm not emotional one way or the other. 8 or 9, I don't care. Florida doesn't have one so significant. What to you, Dan? Before you back in the day, you played every team every year almost, or pretty close to it. Who did you consider Florida's second rival? Like when you were in college? Like to me, it's obvious in the SEC. To me, it's obvious.
In the SEC, not FSU.
To me, it's obvious. Georgia was the number 1 rival, no denying. But number 2.
When I was in college,
when
I was in college, it wasn't Tennessee.
Up until and through you were in college, who was the number 2 rival? To me, it's an easy call. It's easy. It's like to me, but I'm not
when I was
claiming
in
to be
college,
and not just when you were in college, but what was Florida's accepted? Do you think number 2 rival?
Probably LSU.
You think it's Auburn to me? Like Florida,
I
Auburn
almost
should be
said
playing
Auburn,
every
but-
year. To me, it is. I'm not saying I'm right.
Yeah.
And LSU now, Florida, Auburn had I think longevity wise, and when they lost it was the longest running or second
When I
longest
was in
running
college,
with
it was
Georgia,
Auburn,
right?
but,
Yeah. But my point is, the only reason it stopped being Auburn is because they changed the conference. Right. You stop playing them every year. Well, that's about to happen again. But you've been dumbed down to the point now that any new generation doesn't consider Auburn a Florida rival.
No.
Like your kids wouldn't think of Auburn as a rival. And, I think these conferences realize that we'll just look long term. People forget about that stuff.
Yeah.
And, by the way, you will at least get to either maintain or begin. I would suspect, Hick, that what's going to happen over the next 20 years with losing, quote, permanent rivals and keeping only one, that instead you're going to develop rivalries with a bunch of schools because you're going to see them a lot. Like Georgia and Texas A&M could never have a rivalry. They haven't played in like 12 years.
Right.
But now you're playing everybody twice every 4 years, so you're going to feel, that rivalry impact. Do you think they should do it back-to-back years, or should you even split it? In other words, say you're going to play Alabama's in your rotation.
Yeah.
Should Florida and Alabama play back-to-back years home and away, or should they play like an even year and then play the odd year in the other place and then put the other team, one of the other ones in between, or it doesn't matter?
I think you do the home and away.
Just do it home and away back-to-back
Get it done,
years.
move on to the next one.
So those things probably need to be, finalized and released. But, there's nothing temporary around this. This is where, the guys who voted 8, as Dan calls them the cowards, they won. I think that's fair.
Well, and eventually it'll get to 9.
How many games do you think the Miami Heat are going to win in the finals?
One. It reminds me a lot of the Heat on the other side against OKC.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. Jimmy Butler did not have a good game last night. The Heat took an NBA record 2 free throws. Finals record, 2 free throws.
Yeah,
They
Jimmy
didn't
Butler
attack.
said that after the game. We shot way too many jump shots, and I lead the charge there.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler comes clean one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
He's embraceable that way. If he's a
They
star,
did
he
not,
low
they did not
plays it.
attack. And they got open looks. They got to make the shots. They didn't make the shots last night. And I don't know. Denver looks a little bit better. You don't.
Yeah, they look a lot better to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where now Tyler Hero could come back. I don't know if that's going to matter. Duncan Robinson was terrible last night. I mean, every time they threw that kid the ball, he was jacking up some.
Who's the kid who had 20 points?
Vincent?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Highsmith.
Highsmith. Who is that guy? That's a good question.
Lonzo's boy. Haywood Highsmith, is that his name?
Has he played this year?
Yeah, he played in one of the other recent ones.
Yeah, because I did a double to the point that I didn't.
Isn't it Haywood Highsmith?
I don't know. I never even got his first name.
Yeah, it's Haywood Highsmith.
Yeah, what's this dude's deal? At 18 last night, and he came in like first half, and he probably looking for a small. Went
college.
To Wheeling Jesuit.
That's not a college.
Second season.
Where do they
in
find these guys?
They have a bunch of them, don't they? They got some. But this year he averaged 4 and 3, right? He barely played. He only played in.
He had 18 points last night.
He only played in 50. Yeah.
Because our other
He played
guys.
78 career games, bro.
Yeah, the other guys couldn't shoot.
Well, right. You could have played anyone last night. They weren't winning that game. It was clear,
Haywood Highsmith goes for 18 and your other guys don't score, you're probably in trouble.
Literally, at this stage of the playoffs, a guy who I had never heard of led him in scoring. That's strange.
Yeah.
So if he did play in the other series, it wasn't enough to really catch my eye or make an impact. And I've watched, most of them at least.
Yeah, Haywood Highsmith.
Well, if you had a Haywood Highsmith and you put him on your FanDuel team last night, then kudos to you. Vegas always know. They had that spread at 9. It felt to me like that was too many. There it is, right at 10 or 11. You only sweat if you were on the Heat side, though. Maybe you got a little bit nervous when they got it down to 10, but Denver got that big lead. So if you were on the Denver side, you felt pretty good most of the time.
You know why Shaq's the greatest?
Why?
So he's sitting courtside.
Right.
Last night. And he's, this guy's like, does anybody have more commercials than Shaq?
He's got a bunch.
Can you think of any athlete who does more than Shaq? But anyway, he's sitting courtside, and Peyton comes up. Because Peyton lives in Denver, right? Peyton comes up, shakes Shaq's hand, is talking to him, and he introduces him his son.
Gives him.
Son reaches out to shake his hand. Shaq grabs him and hugs him.
He's Shaq.
He's Shaq, man. He's the greatest, dude. I wish I could. The only problem with Shaq on TV is his voice is like this, so you really got to pay attention.
Shut up, Kenny.
It is sometimes hard to understand.
I can't hear what you're saying, Shaq.
How many rings do you have, Chuck?
He always
don't know nothing about championships.
Very good. So, but he's the greatest. I mean, he's fantastic. But anyway, that was also last night at the NBA Finals where the Nuggets won, and they'll play Game 2 coming up on Sunday night. Central Florida is playing Central Florida Community College, JUCO baseball. They played till 2:30 last night. They're out in a 19-12 game. It was like the longest game in JUCO World Series history. So crazy out there. So they continue. They're like 55-6 this year. I just saw that last night. And we talked about FSU in downtime. I think we're headed towards. I think FSU is elite and playing well. And what they did is they won their opener at the Women's College World Series for the first time since 2002. You lose that opener, you're in deep trouble.
You're put in a hole. I think Oklahoma State is actually in Oklahoma City, too, isn't it? I mean, the college itself is in Oklahoma City. So, I mean, that's
Stillwater.
Stillwater, that's right. But definitely a home court advantage, so to speak.
Yeah.
I am finding myself, you get tired of a team and dominating, and suddenly the little, celebratory things they do, which are natural and normal, and they shouldn't be condemned for at all, just like grate on my nerves. I'm ready for that Oklahoma team to lose, bro. I'm tired of their act.
You don't watch a lick of it.
I see enough.
Why? Yeah. Why does it? What?
I see it on, top plays here. This, this feed there. Just, this, just like we're the best. No one can touch us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't noticed that.
I'm anti-Oklahoma. Again, because they beat the hell out of everyone.
Yeah, they've won 49
games. They got
games
some mean
in a row.
girls in them. I mean, you beat everyone. Can we just, I don't know, walk off the field, tip our hats with just one game? I get it. You're excited.
Okay.
I didn't say I was right. All right,
Yes.
I was watching the golf yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Thinking about the, incredible amount of money they're playing for. I started thinking to myself, man, how the game has changed, and whether this last salary boost for current PGA Tour players, probably was initiated by LIV and the pressure that was put on, and trying to pay somewhat to scale. I don't know what the LIV leader is in cash this year, but I started wondering just where we are on the cash train, just to this small part of the year, not even, just barely halfway through the year, and the dominant players probably haven't played more than, 10, 12 events at most. But first I went back to 2001, Dan.
Okay.
2001, Messrs. Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, David Toms, Vijay Singh, and Davis Love III led the PGA Tour money list.
Okay.
How much money you figure Tiger won in 2001?
I'm going to say
the PGA Tour money leader. The previous year, 2000, he did make $8.7 million. But what do you think he made in 2001? I'm
going to say 10.
Okay. Second place, Phil Mickelson. What do you think he made?
7.
Okay. In fifth place that year on the money list, Davis Love III made $3.1 million.
Okay.
Vijay Singh, noted cash checker, terrific at cashing checks. $3.4 million. Number 3 on the money list, David Toms, $3.7 million. Number 2, Phil Mickelson, 23 events, near full schedule, $4.4 million.
Okay.
Tiger Woods led the money list with $5.6 million for calendar year.
Okay.
2001.
All
right. So now let me take you to this year's, without looking, PGA Tour money list.
Okay.
All right. With that as the backdrop that I just gave you, the fifth place was just over $3 million. I want you to tell me, Dan. I think I'm one. I want you to tell me. Here we go. How many golfers so far this year have made more than the $3.1 million that number 5 on the money list, Davis Love III, made in the entirety of the 2001 season? So 20 years, basically. How many golfers already this year have earned at least the $3.1 million that Davis Love III? Let's do it better. You know what? Let's shorten this segment. How many golfers this year have already made more than Tiger Woods' $5.6 million that year? How many golfers just so far this season have made more than Tiger Woods' $5.67 million that he made that year?
15.
Very close. Number 15 is Matthew Fitzpatrick. He made 5.3. We've had 15 golfers make more than $5 million already this year. Victor Hovland at number 11 has already made 5.86. Here's what else is amazing. Of guys that have won at least $5 million this year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them haven't won an event. They made $5 million already this year. They haven't won a tournament.
Okay, so the top, Tiger made 5.6. Who's the top golfer in earnings this year? Jon Rahm?
Scotty Scheffler and Jon Rahm are neck and neck.
What have they made?
Scheffler's made 14.9, and Rahm has made 14.5. The point here is that they're going to end, and then if one of those guys wins the FedEx Cup, he may win $60 million this year.
Okay. Now, just for fun, we'll do this real quick. 2001, what do you think the top Major League Baseball salary was?
2001.
Yeah.
Gosh, we had our first $1 million player in the late 80s. I'm going to say the top salary is probably $12 million a year.
Okay. A-Rod made $22 million. Kevin Brown 15.7. Carlos Delgado 13.6. Mike Piazza 13.5. Randy Johnson 13.3. Those are top 5.
Now it's 5 times as much.
All right.
No one's making $100 million. That's not true.
Max Scherzer's making 43.3.
So twice as much. And golf is pacing now 3 times as much as they made.
Justin Verlander's making 43.3. Aaron Judge is making 40. Anthony Rendon is making 38. And Mike Trout's making 37. Okay? NBA in 2001, what do you think the top salary was?
2001, I mean, gosh, it's at least $30 million a year because Jordan had gotten there by then. So I'm going to say.
What do you think, E?
The top salary in the NBA?
Yeah, in 2001.
$30 million.
Yeah, but Jordan was 35 for one, so yeah, I'd say about 40.
Kevin Garnett was making 22.4.
Wow.
I know Jordan's last year in Chicago, though, they were paying him like 29 or 30.
Something crazy, yeah.
But maybe is he
Shaq, Alonzo, Juwan Howard. Fast forward to now,
like 46.
Steph Curry, 48.
Again, it's about twice as much.
Yeah,
Again.
LeBron 44,
So the golfers
KD 44.
The golfers were probably on the same pace that these other sports were until Liv kicked it up a notch for them and made it 3 times as much now versus 2. And by the way, there's also this: these dudes' seasons aren't over. Scotty Scheffler's going to make 6 or 7 times more than Tiger made 20 years ago.
Right.
And none of those salaries go anywhere near that.
Correct.
Anyway.
It's just interesting. All right, we'll take a break. 641-1010. If you want the prize pack, be kind, be courteous. You don't have to be the right number. You have to be the right guy.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. From worst to first.
You're AFC South champs, baby.
Finally, an off-season without a top 10 draft pick. 1010XL, home of the Jaguars.
We see some patients who come in and they have been in just so much pain for so long that they are just deflated.
But that's about to change because QC Kinetics provides hope for relief using all new regenerative treatments that concentrate your body's own healing properties into aching hips, back, shoulders, and knees. And Dr. Zuckerman, a medical director at QC Kinetics, loves watching the patient transformations.
One of the most amazing things is when I get to see a patient who, after a few months of our treatments, is just a completely different person. They are smiling and happy, and the weight of the world is off their shoulders because we were able to take away their pain.
And that's with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime.
It's just amazing to be able to change people's lives like that. It's very gratifying.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at Shark Coatings. Man, I was tired of my garage, right? I mean, it's just a pathway to get into my house. Had junk everywhere. Storage unit, basically. But I found a solution. I went to sharkfloorcoatings.com, sharkfloorcoatings.com. Had the boys come out, got the free estimate. Picked a pattern after they told me how much it was going to cost and let them take over. And what they did was a transformation of my garage. You've seen the TV commercials. See it for yourself now in action. It's unbelievable. And they do it all. And they give you a 15-year warranty, and it's way better than epoxy. And they get it done in one day. It's anything concrete, by the way. Pools, driveways, patios. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com. Transform your garage right now. You'll be glad you did. Give yourself that gift for the summer, and thank me later.
Life isn't the same without live music. Good Thing Players Grill Miramar hosts the George Aspinall Band this Saturday at 8 p.m. From buffet to blues, country to rock, jam out with this local band and enjoy delicious food. Players Grill Miramar, where the neighborhood meets.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Every weekend is a Stone Cold Sports Weekend. Hey, Dan Hicken here. Watch for the Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook, and I'll help you put together your sports weekend. Weekend with Dan brought to you by Stone Core. We do the outdoors better.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
It's time to fire up the grill. Houston's Meat Specials of the Week. 10 pounds of fresh jumbo chicken wings, only $12.95. 2-pack pork spare ribs, only $1.99 a pound. And whole T-bone steaks at $4.95 a pound. Only at Houston's Meats, Main Street and 295.
Business owners, regular maintenance of your storm drains is crucial for preventing parking lot floods and protecting your property from damage. Give Duck Duck Rooter a call today and schedule service with our VACCON team. 904-862-6769 or online at duckduckrooter.com.
What airline is now allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry handbags?
When you call Southern Oak and file a claim, you'll be handled by our hand-picked vendors who will analyze any roof, storm, or water damage. It'll save money for you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
British Airways has introduced new uniform policies, allowing their male pilots to wear makeup, paint their nails, and carry a purse.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Everyone seems to be in a time crunch these days. Well, don't forget you can always count on the cold case at Daly's. Always convenient, always cold, whether it's the king of beers, Natty Light, Stella, or Cigar City, the Goose Island or Bud Light Seltzer. Dash into Daly's and grab one to go. The
Players are on the field, and 1010XL is there. Driven by Tire Outlet. Listen for 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities and minicamp. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services and Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant and Market.
Want to drive a real, authentic tank? For your chance to win a once-in-a-lifetime tank driving experience package for you and 3 friends from TankAmerica.com, text the word TANK to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Woo! You ever seem to have those days when everyone's on your case from your teacher all the way down to your best girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
I used to have just about all the time.
Oh, here it is. That's right.
This is the new song.
He was like, this is a real song? Because we were in here, you know, thinking it's a drag.
Yeah.
Oh, rocking it. Is this the Motley Crue version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This ain't Brownsville.
No. Yeah, it's a little more of a slow groove.
They got to change the words, though. Vaping in the boys' room. Vaping in the boys' room.
Yeah. May get there at some point.
Everybody knows vaping ain't allowed in school.
The text line designed by Lifetime Enclosure certainly seems to agree that I did peg it. Adam Silver does eat insects. So anyway, there's that.
Okay. Wonderful.
School out for most of you out there today, so there's
Last
that.
day of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
And we've talked a lot about, you know, rivalries in college football, and people have opinions on that. You know, and yeah, it doesn't hurt my feelings when Kentucky fan answers, yeah, and Jeff, Kentucky basketball doesn't think of Florida basketball as a rival. I get it.
They shouldn't.
Yeah, even though Florida has, just as Florida doesn't with Kentucky about football, even though Cats have had some success here the last few years. Did you get that music I asked for? Okay, go ahead and play that because I have a question. This is going to have some fun here, Dan. You know what happened yesterday? You know, a lot of people may have been focused in last night on Mike Malone. May have taken a look at Eric Spoelstra and registered their credentials and wondered their capability of bringing a team together, and in this case, hopefully winning a championship. And yeah, you know, there was maybe even more of a coaching debut last night that's gone relatively unheralded until this moment, as E.T. has led the little 7-year-olds out into the basketball court for their first practice session yesterday. So you've never coached before, right?
Never.
Have you ever, been around, 7-year-olds, a ton of them?
Oh, yeah.
So you have. So you're not totally foreign to working with kids. And
Did you go to practice in a suit?
No.
Did you have notes, like a game plan written down on a piece?
Yes, my phone, yes.
On the phone, you went and typed in your practice schedule.
Yes.
Okay.
How many kids do you have, and how many showed up? Did they all show up for practice number 1?
No, they did not all show up.
Okay.
I have 11 total. 6 showed up.
What is the
only 6?
Well, here's
That's a problem off the rip.
Let me tell you. Listen. I've coached 30 seasons of different stuff, doing the boys in baseball, my daughter, and all these things. The biggest headache, the biggest potential mishap that you have every week is just all the communication. It's too much for one man. You almost need to delegate to an assistant to handle, because here's what happens. You're going to send out something for practice, and you got 11 kids, and 8 are going to not respond, and that's fine. And then one can, but got to be here at this time. And then the other, he's going to miss this week and next week. You can't keep up with it.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
And then you get down to game day, and it's not like the old days, Eve, where even with 7-year-olds, if they didn't come to practice, they played less. No. Practice whatever you want. You also have to do this. The sooner you realize, the better. You can go into your phone. You can plug in the amount of minutes that are in your league's games and then how many players you have on your team, and it will give you your player rotation that you can just send them in at the right minute mark so that everybody plays the same amount.
Oh, okay.
So
I might have to utilize that.
If you're in a league that does that, I would suggest doing it anyway if there's 7. And then no one can complain. You're all playing the same. Sure, little Johnny's better. We're 7. We're all going to play the same.
Yesterday, she kind of self-appointed. Well, she asked if I wanted a team mom. I said, no, I need a team mom.
Yes.
So I got a team mom.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go.
She seems real, she seems real familiar with everything.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's a veteran move. That's good.
Yeah.
What was your best drill that you had Is it boys and girls or just
boys and girls?
What was your best drill that you had the young people do?
Yesterday was the best drill, I would say. Hold on, let me get my music back going. The best drill, I would say, was we did a passing drill.
Okay.
Well, just strictly bounce passes.
Sure. Okay.
But also had them echo their names because we got to learn each other's names.
Yes, good.
So we bounced past to each other.
Yes.
Step forward, toe pointing.
Thumbs.
Where you want to pass. Yep.
How are the thumbs?
Thumbs out.
Okay.
Thumbs out.
Okay.
And that was one of my main objectives. I wanted to learn all the names, and I got the 6. I got Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Little Nate, straight Nate the potentate.
Yeah.
I got
Skate Nate.
I got Maverick.
Oh, Mav. Oh, man.
I got Isaac.
Ike.
We're going to go with Ike.
I got Chris. I got Chloe.
Chloe brings it.
And my bucket is Xavier.
The X-Man.
Yeah, he's a bucket.
The X Factor.
Yeah, if I need a bucket, I'm giving it to Zay. Go get me that bucket.
Zay.
X, I need a bucket.
Oh, there you go.
What is your early impression of the talent level of the squad?
Oof.
Minus, oh boy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know yet. You never know, man.
No, he thinks
Listen to
it's
me.
going to be tough.
Here's what you do. If you kids at that age cannot react to in-your-face defense.
Correct.
You tell them this. I used to tell my little girls this. We were offensively challenged. But every day we would have a little, before we did the, let's go Bumblebees, it would be, I would say, if they don't score, and the girls would yell, they can't win. Play D, baby.
Play D.
Enjoy that 7-4 victory week one.
One thing I did all the drills with them, and I'm going to do all the drills with them. One thing that they will learn, though, baseline.
Yeah, they'll
Y'all
love
listen, baseline.
Yeah, they love it.
We had some running yesterday.
You're going to love it. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of
When is the first game?
I believe the first game is next Saturday.
We don't have much time.
Can we maybe get the full squad together? I mean, were you lighting a fire under this, the 5 scofflaws yesterday?
Sure hope so.
Huh?
What about an extra practice? Have you asked for that yet from the parents?
You can't.
Can't do that?
Can't do
What
it.
is are you in a specific league? Is it like Clay
YMCA,
County?
baby.
YMCA, straight up Y ball.
YMCA.
Most of us.
Does the Y not offer boys and girls separate? They just put them all together
I think
naturally?
They put them all together.
Maybe, yeah. Seems like, yeah.
A lot of us went through the out at the beach, the Tommy Houlihan basketball.
Yeah. We did Upward.
And
I did Upward.
it was fantastic. And I do remember one time leaving a game where I had taken over as an interim coach, Jeff, an interim coach.
Okay.
I promised the boys one thing. We were a terrible team.
Yeah.
And I said, fellas, I'm going to make you one promise. If you come to practice and you work hard, we will win one game. I promise you we will win one game. There was one game where we did win.
Your sights set high there. I can see preseason.
I might have. This wasn't preseason. I took over in the interim. I was handed the job when the team was.
Got a little defensive there.
Yeah. I think the head coach. I don't remember what happened. I think he moved. I don't remember. And I was like, I'll do it.
Sure.
And quite honestly, I can't remember if it was Drew or Brooks. To be honest with you, it was one of them. And I told the boys, we will win a game. And there was a game where we had the chance to win. And so I might have gone with some questionable substitution patterns because I had to have some of my better players to steal a victory.
Got to stick to the chart.
And I do remember leaving, hearing one lady who might have been a grandma of one of the other squad uttering something about the TV guy being a total a-hole.
Because you put the good players back in.
I think that was me she was referring
I would say,
to.
remember I told you.
But you know what I did? What? I tasted the sweet victory, and I celebrated with my fellas.
I mean, at what cost?
At what cost?
Yeah.
Well, I probably
grandma
lost a listener viewer.
Yeah, probably. They usually come back, I've learned. Along the lines of the chart that you can look up that will tell you exactly how, like these 5 players play minutes 1 to 340 on the clock, and then you put these. So a real skill is going to be chart manipulation. You got to figure out who to put in which part so that they're in which part of the game and who exactly is on the court at the same time together. If you're going to be one of those coaches, because here's what will happen. A lot of coaches in today's day and age, I think, take that mentality that all the kids, especially at 7, are going to play the same amount of minutes. It's in cutthroat. I'm not playing my best player all 24 minutes and other people. And so what happens is all them that don't chart manipulate, They'll just like put the first team in, they'll run, then bring the next team
Yeah.
in. If you spread it out right, you get a little advantage there. So
That's true.
Just a little heads up.
Bet that up.
Manipulation.
Sharp manipulation.
Wish you well, E. Good
Yeah.
luck
All right.
next Saturday.
Yeah, we'll keep
need
up
an
with
update.
it.
What's the name of the squad? Do we have it?
We didn't get it because I wanted more people to be there. I didn't
Yeah.
want to just pick
We
the
can't
names
have
of
the
six.
vote.
Yeah.
I've had it, by the way, with the 5 already. You get one more chance, and you're not including any team decisions here
This
for
is
a
true.
while.
That's true.
Right? I mean, so we got to get team.
How do you miss the first practice?
I mean, what are we doing? I need some commitment here,
I reached
guys
out
and
to
gals.
every parent
Yeah.
individually.
Yeah.
I called them
And
individually.
it's a
and I
pain.
told them,
That's a
yeah.
pain. That schedule part, you need an assistant
Yeah.
coach at the end of the bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying, not me. By the way, I will say this: the subject of one of the most sincere, biggest hurt feelings in drill history involves my coaching. Do you remember this storyline? When I had to miss a game, I was out of town. I had to miss a game, so I found a fill-in coach, and I went with a young kid that was working at the station that coached high school and otherwise. I didn't think anything of it, so I got Godby. Remember Godby?
Yeah.
Got Godby to come coach the little girls, come coach the Bumblebees when I had to be out of town one weekend.
Okay.
Ooh, Beef got butthurt. Like really butthurt that I didn't ask him to go coach, that I didn't ask him to go coach the team. Because he's a big basketball fan of Bulls. And I really, at the time, I was, I got this dude here who coaches, and it's upward. Godby's at church 4 days a week. It just seemed like a natural fit. I really did, though. Hurt his feelings.
No.
It stung. It stayed around for a while.
I did not remember
I
that.
think he would maybe even admit that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, it is a GFL Friday. This is how we roll. Be back with more next here on 1010XL.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. A bold station for a bold city.
We need you to be all strong and hot.
1010XL. Bold City Radio.
Lauren Brooks here for Hodges Mazda. Why buy from Hodges Mazda at the Avenues? Because they strive to ensure a satisfying and comfortable car buying experience. That's why the sales staff doesn't work on commission, allowing them to put your best interest first. Whether you're looking for a brand new Mazda or a pre-owned vehicle, Hodges Mazda has a large selection to help you choose from. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance and free car washes for life. Now that's peace of mind. So visit them today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Thanks to the coaches and the schools who believe in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is head coach Ferland Dormery of Trinity Christian Academy High School. Our athletic program selected Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to work with our state championship football team and will continue to use them. We recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
'Tis the season to be cool. Florida Home AC wants to make sure you're not cooked like a Christmas goose this summer. Make sure your AC unit is ready for the heat, and if it's time to look at replacement, look for quality and value. You'll get that from Florida Home AC. And right now, take advantage of $1,750 off a brand new heating and AC unit. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com for all the details and trust a company that will always keep you cool. Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Do you have a VA loan? In this housing market, homeowners with VA loans have access to a ton of instant cash. Hey, it's Prosser here. Do you need cash to pay off credit cards and other high-interest loans? Does a check for 80 or 90 grand sound about right now? Well, Loan Pronto is helping veterans every day get the money they need with a quick and easy zero-cost cash-out refi with zero closing costs. With a VA loan, it's really cool because you can access up to 100% of your home's value. Use that money to pay off credit cards, home equity lines, car loans, consolidate all your payments into one check per month, and close in 2 weeks. Most homeowners who do this end up cutting their overall monthly payments by $800. Loan Pronto's all-digital process makes it fast and easy. They're doing loans with super low APRs, and they love working with veterans. Call now to see what your options are. Call Loan Pronto at 999-1508. That's 904-999-1508. Or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
June is the start of hurricane season. Now is the perfect time to make sure your home is protected from those storms by scheduling a complimentary roof inspection with Universal Roof and Contracting. And right now, get 15% off your roofing project, plus flexible financing. This offer expires June 30th and restrictions apply. Universal Roof and Contracting, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. License number CCC 1330747, CVC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com.
Hey, Nimnik has what you want. Popular GMC and Buick models arriving daily at Nimnik Buick GMC. You can shop online at NimnikBuickGMC.com and IMNICHT BuickGMC.com. Or you can always stop by the showroom. It's right there off Phillips Highway and see why Nimnik Buick GMC is Jacksonville's #1 Buick GMC dealer in all of our city. They got more models on the ground than they've had in 2 years. Truckloads. All models arriving daily. And guess what, gang? No one ever pays over MSRP at Nimnik Buick GMC. Step up to GMC with the professional-grade GMC Truck Series at Nimnik Buick GMC for a limited time. Well-qualified buyers can enjoy promotional rates as low as 0.9% APR on select GMC Sierra models. Woo, so good. Nimnik's been in the business for 82 years. They do the business the right way. Family-owned and operated, and no one cares more about the customer before and after the sale. Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
You've decided you'd like to sell your home, but you see problems. Well, you got problems. Chad and Sandy have promises. Here's one for you, new for 2023. Your home sold guaranteed, or Chad and Sandy will buy it. It's prime home selling season, gang. Right now, home buyers are actively looking. Mortgage rates stabilizing. Now is the ideal time. So maybe you got a growing family, or you're working from home. You need more space. Chad and Sandy can deliver and get your home sold quickly. They are real estate experts you can trust. Chad and Sandy guarantee your home will be sold at an agreed upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. There are success stories out there. Take Nicholas and Whitney in Middleburg. We're a Navy family who had a deadline to sell before transfer. Unfortunately, our home failed to sell with another agent for 78 days. Slightly stressed, we called Chad and Sandy for help, and boom, our home sold. That's what you get with Chad and Sandy. Go to ChadAndSandy.com or call 414-6200 today.
Business owners know Andy's Automotive and Truck Services for routine fleet maintenance or emergency repairs. Andy's offers after-hours and mobile service to minimize downtime and keep your fleet on the road. Visit AndysATS.com.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is ready to help. If you need extra cash or a quick loan, Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash in hand. They also love to buy items of value. They need gold, silver coins, and flatware, jewelry, guitars, and of course, guns.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm E.T. Demetrius Harvey of the Florida Times Union recently joined the boys of Jaguars today, where he spoke on the expectations of Travon Walker on this upcoming season.
I expect him to take a pretty big jump. I mean, that should be the expectation for all of these guys coming into year two. I think that, he's going to have, a better technically sound game. Now, whether or not that translates into, high percentage pressures or sacks, that remains to be seen. I mean, I don't think anyone can deny in spurts he saw a lot of what Travon Walker could bring to the table.
That sound courtesy of Jaguars Today. Simply head over to 1010XL.com to hear that interview in full. Currently, it's 8:09 and it's 73 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for more with Dan and Jeff on the Drill right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on a GFL Friday. All your commercial weights and roll-off needs, the professionalism your client demands, come through with GFL. From the Texon Design by Lifetime Enclosures, we got the kids off to a terrible start when Friday made her appearance in studio today. We got into the intricacies of different kinds of substance and ultimately substance abuse, quite frankly. But from the Texon Design by Lifetime Enclosures. I know I'm late, but the THC vape talk is nothing. I spend a lot of time in the truck with my 12-year-old daughter. It's the commercial breaks you got to be ready for. She probably thinks I have Tourette's because every time one of these men's health ads comes on and some Doc Happy starts talking about lasting longer and this, I start singing or yelling louder than the radio until I can get the volume down or station.
I got you.
I used to run into that watching sports on the weekend with my kids as they were aging into, and I got to look at these two old farts in a standalone tub looking out over the while they sing Viva Viagra.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. It's memorable.
We're not the Jacksonville Jaguars are not a complete team according to this article I'm looking at. They're not one of the top 10 complete teams.
Yet at the same time, there was a column yesterday putting free agents on teams and they didn't find a fit. So go figure.
Right.
Which are you?
Ranking the NFL's top 10 most complete teams. Seattle, number 10. Biggest strength on offense, wide receiver. I like their wide receivers because they got Jackson Smith and Jigba with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. But they got Geno, and there's still questions. Geno had a nice year last year. Can he do it again?
It's easy to be dubious.
Would you rather be Seattle or Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
Okay. Number 9, the LA Chargers.
I don't know how many times we got to beat those dudes in a year until we're as good as
now,
they are.
They got names. They got names on that defense.
Played them twice, beat them twice.
Bosa, Mack. They got some names over there. But,
shout out middle schooler Aiden Dobson this morning as his dad has texted in. That's shout out day here.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like Romper.
What up, Aiden?
Knock him dead, kid.
The Baltimore Ravens, number 8.
I think Jags are better than them.
Well, we played them down to the wire last year.
Yeah.
With Lamar.
For sure. I'm not saying way better, but I don't know if
they've
they're
added Odell Beckham, Nelson Aguilar.
Jags receivers are better.
Zay Flowers.
It's going to be until you throw the Bengals receiver. I think the Jags receivers are getting way undervalued, man. Maybe the Dolphins, maybe the Bengals. The Jags should be up there.
Yeah.
They had 2 guys with 80.
You got to settle down here, man. The
2
Miami
guys with
Dolphins
80.
got a much better receiving core than our Jags do.
Did I not say that Miami
You
has?
said maybe.
I'm saying that those teams are.
You're acting like the Jags have a top 3 receiving core or 4 receiving core.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You nailed it.
You're counting on an awful lot from a guy who hasn't played in 2 years, who I think will be, do well. And we'll see. We'll see. Number 6, the Buffalo Bills. Biggest strength on offense, Josh Allen. Biggest strength on defense, the safeties. Number 5, the Bengals.
They can't run the ball, so they're not complete there.
Yeah. Who's their running back now?
They got one of those types. Who was it?
They got a guy, right?
Yeah, they got
it's
not Jamal Williams. They let Singletary go. He's in Houston. They got a guy, just one of those
They've
guys.
got James Cook, Damian Harris.
That's it.
From
Damian Harris.
They have Latavius Murray too.
Yeah,
They have Nyheim Hines too.
Yeah, that's another one. That's one. They're just a guy. That's what they have. They're
all just guys.
Hines was there last year.
Yeah.
Cook was there last year.
Yeah.
They lost Singletary and they added a couple of guys,
Yeah.
Damian Harris and Latavius Murray.
Fred Jackson back. Remember Fred?
I remember Fred.
You like Fred?
I'll go further than that.
Number, please, for Fred.
22.
Very good.
How about Larry Centers? Remember Larry Centers?
Yeah, I remember Larry
pass
Centers,
catching
too.
back. Can I get a number on Larry Centers?
Wasn't he more of a fullback, Larry
Yeah.
Centers?
Pass catching
Did
back.
Did he have his biggest year like in Arizona?
Probably. He was a one-back year with
Was he?
with Buffalo. Now he was a third down back-ish, but
Was he number 39?
I think 7. I want to say 37 for Larry Centers. But
Larry Centers, man. Yeah,
Yep, 37.
Played 2 years with the Bills. 600 yards and 388.
I got another one for you.
Who do you got?
Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, yeah.
you forget that he was drafted by the Bills. You really do.
What was the?
He ran his car into a group of people or something.
Yeah, he was getting in trouble in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Big time.
He was
A lot of
bored.
Was there something with a gun too, or no? Airport gun, something?
No one knows.
No one knows.
Potentially.
Anyway, complete teams. Number 4, the Niners. We know what their biggest weakness is. Number 3, the Cowboys. Would you rather be the Cowboys or the Jags?
I would rather be the Jags.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time. I mean, until honestly,
And then Chiefs and Eagles, obviously.
until you get to Chiefs, Eagles, maybe even Bengals. And I'm not right, but I'm not trading.
Right.
I wouldn't rather today stop being a Jags fan and start being a Chargers fan. No. I'll take us and what our future is, what our ceiling is. I take it and running, man. Got the quarterback. All these other, who's got this receiving core, who's got this offensive line. Chiefs are not number one in any of those things. Tight end, maybe. Never are.
Yeah. They got the
Well,
quarterback.
right. They got Mahomes.
Period. End of story. The Bengals, Eagles have a really good receiving core when you add in Dallas Goedert.
Yeah.
Niners, Niners have a really good receiving core.
I'm going to say we're mixing.
Really good.
We're mixing a little bit, so I'm going to back off of what I said before. Although your Dolphins counter argument doesn't matter, it would be the same. I'm talking about receivers and quarterback, not tight ends. If you put tight ends in there, sure. I'm not saying the Jags should be top 5, but if you're going receiving core, it's either not you, but nationally, it's ignorance of what Zay Jones and Kirk did last year, or
where
just
would you put them?
Complete display of just receivers. I'd put them top 5. Who's bad? What am I missing?
Am I missing something?
Yeah, you're missing something because I put them top 5
Who
too.
am
With
I
the addition
missing?
of Ridley. The only people I can think of is Cincinnati.
For sure. Miami.
Yeah.
The Chargers, maybe.
Maybe the Seahawks. Maybe I don't know though. But you got to include
Vegas.
Trevor.
Who Vegas got besides
I'm not really
Devontae?
including Trevor. I said receiving.
Okay,
core.
well then I'll just
I don't
take.
think
I'll take receive. Yes, I'll take them over those guys.
Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfro, Jacoby Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking Jags over.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to look at
CeeDee
it.
Lamb, Brandon Cooks.
You got to look at it this way.
Michael Gallup.
In fairness to Dan, we're protecting our guys. We're not stepping out and saying pretend you live in Detroit and you're a Lions fan. Who would you rather have? Ridley, Kirk, Jones, or Adams, Renfro, Myers? And they in Detroit, they may say, "I'll take Devontae Adams."
What about Debo, Ayuk? Probably the most underrated receiver in the NFL, and Juwan Jennings.
But I will say this: at some point, in fairness, you got to recognize that Christian Kirk caught 84 for 1,100 yards.
I think our third receiver is better than a lot of those guys.
Christian Kirk could beat the pants off of Brandon
No,
Ayuk.
he's the 2. Zay Jones is better than all those guys. Like all of those other thirds.
Oh.
Thirds.
Yeah, like Myers.
Listen, this is hard to answer. This question next year.
Zay Jones had 1 year.
Next year we could. It's fair to have this conversation. We got to see if Calvin Ridley's 94 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, then they're absolutely top 5. If he's been away, he's rusty. There's only one football. But I saw SI Connor Orr, who writes for them on the NFL side, predicted Trevor to throw for 5,000 yards. He's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Of the 5,000, 3,500 of those yards are most likely to go to receivers, at least.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
Eagles got a good trio also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
These
are good.
Listen, I like the fact that we're in there now, that we can make arguments.
Compared
I think
to
that's
last
great.
year?
Yeah, I mean, any year. I think it's fantastic, but I'm just not ready to sit there and go, we got a top 5 receiving core, we got top this, we're top that. You're much more.
Yeah, I'm staying on offense. I'm not like Mr.
No, but you mark it down. They're 13 and 12 and
correct. 12 and 5.
Yeah.
100%. Win the division by 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
But that's not just like unbridled stupid.
We didn't even
passion.
mention Tampa.
Yeah.
You guys all sit there and tell me how good Tampa is. I try to argue the opposite.
There's 2.
And you tell me I'm an idiot.
I think what's happened here, there's a nuance here of E and I are almost deferring to tell me who your third is.
Yeah.
And we may be overlooking a little bit how do your 1 and 2s rank.
2.
Yeah.
And Dan is going straight 1 and 2, and the third guy could be E.T. and it's discounted.
I'll give you another one you didn't even mention. And we're in the argument, and that's cool. But you telling me your 3 are unequivocally better than McLaurin, Dotson, and Samuel? Those guys ain't bad.
Yeah, I'm taking
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry or Calvin Ridley?
Scary Terry.
I'm taking Calvin.
Are you?
From what I've seen. Wow. From what I've seen, yeah, Atlanta.
Again,
Calvin.
this
like Trevor be throwing to Terry McLaurin.
This
I wouldn't.
argument is incomplete. You're not giving Ridley near enough credit, and you're not giving Ridley near enough skepticism. That's where I sit in the middle of this.
Let me look at the worst receiving core.
If Ridley is
because
Ridley's a number one guy, 94 catches, 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns. The Jags have a top 5 receiving core.
Do you think Ridley is going to go 94, 1,310?
Well, I saw one of them.
Do you think that? Do you think that? I'm not challenging you. Do you honestly think that?
I don't know.
What do you think? I'm asking. Give me numbers right now.
90. I think he's going to 90, 1,209. Yeah. Or 10. Yeah, maybe 10.
That's what the number one.
If that's the case,
yeah. But why
tip of the cap to you guys on that.
Why wouldn't the number one receiver put those numbers up? He did last year.
First off,
those are Christian Kirk's numbers.
I think it's going to take some time for him.
Okay.
The being brought along slowly raised a little flag for me. A little red flag.
I don't know if he's being brought along slowly. I don't
know.
The
coach said it.
That's coach speak. How much slower can you go than these workouts? There is no pace to. You know what I mean? There again.
Who do you think the worst receiving core is?
The biggest X factor here is Ridley. If Ridley returns at a Pro Bowl number one receiver level, like look, Devontae Adams himself, named who he thinks are the 5 best receivers in the league, and he put Calvin Ridley 4th.
Okay, that's one guy.
Well, it's a very important guy, more important than E or me or you when it comes to how they view guys.
All right.
Ridley's rookie year. He had 64, 821, and 10.
That's right out of the gate.
This is rookie year, yeah.
When was the last game he played?
Would have been he was suspended.
Last game.
2 seasons
2021.
ago. Yeah, 2021.
What day?
He was hurt. We learned also that whole year. So you look at if you're hoping for the best.
It was early, right?
You look at his best year, the year that he had. Like what was his best
90,
year?
13, 74, and 9.
Yeah. There you go, 13, 7. If you get that year out of him, then that's what
3 years ago.
That's what the expectation is.
Yeah. I hope you guys are right. I just can't pencil it in without seeing it first, I guess.
Well, but we have seen it with him. He's not 31 coming back. He's not Josh Gordon trying to recapture what he was.
Yeah.
So
man, I would. Yeah.
Anyway,
but they're the some of the worst receiving core.
Oof. We've led this list a lot of years.
And here's one: Burks, Westbrook, Akini.
Again, and this is
Kyle Phillips.
This is in the division that yesterday we speculated the Jags aren't a sure thing to win.
I call them carcasses.
Yeah, that's the Titans.
Carcasses.
That's the Titans, by the way.
Woods, Nico Collins, John Mechie. I guess John Mechie has some potential, but
this is the Texans, another division team.
How about this one? Devontae Parker, Tyquan Thornton, Juju Smith-Schuster.
That's the Patriots.
And then the one they have is the worst: Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Terrace Marshall Jr.
That is the Panthers.
Yeah, those are the 4 worst.
Yeah. Oof.
And the Colts, by the way, ain't far behind with 26. Pittman, Pierce, and Isaiah McKenzie.
And almost any of these lists that you look up that are breaking down position groups or otherwise, they have all of our division rivals all down between 24 and 32. So that that is also I'm not.
Well, that gives me 5 out of 6 dubs. That's fine.
Well, my point on the Jags and why I just will but guarantee you, without catastrophic injury issues, they're going to go 12-5, 13-4, win the division easily. It's because of these other guys as much as it is because of the Jags. They're terrible.
Mari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Elijah Moore.
That's why, by the way, that's why Deshaun wants Hopkins. Did you see this narrative emerging that Hopkins would like to return to Houston?
Yeah, I saw that the other day. Why?
I don't know. Maybe just roots there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he likes the new coach. I mean, it could be a lot of reasons. But, buddy, let me tell you who'd be all aboard on that one, to C.J. Stroud. Give a rookie quarterback a DeAndre Hopkins, which, by the way, rookie Deshaun Watson was able to take advantage of.
It'll be fun to watch, man. I mean, listen, the offense is what is a big reason why everybody is geeked up about the Jags.
And I think the offense overall, and as I've been saying, I just think overall it takes a big jump. I think we have a top 5 offense. I think at the end of the year.
That I agree with.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna make that improvement, it's got to come from some stats.
I think ETN. I think
he had 1,100 last year.
I think Evan Ingram
and Trevor.
I think that's where I'm. I'm not saying just look. I like the receiving core. I think it's great that we can sit here and debate the receiving core. We haven't been able to do this in a long, long time.
Well, last year the Jaguars
I just can't
receiving
shove them right into the top 5 immediately.
Well, there's
top 10. They were the only. We can do.
They didn't their number 1, number 2, and tight end combine for more catches than any other team in the league last year?
Probably.
Yeah. And
it was like 80, 80, 70.
Weren't they the only team in the league that, or was there only a couple that had 2 80-catch receivers? Or were they not the only team in the league with 2 dudes with 80 catches?
I mean, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, the rookie from TCU. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll take our guys.
Okay.
Anyway, it's just not. Again, we also have an advantage of who's throwing them the football. And there is one thing that's undeniable.
The guy throwing the football to those guys is pretty good, too.
I think that Trevor is better than Herbert. I think the Jags are better than the Chargers. Shoot me. This is the drill.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Where winning begins.
Gentlemen, if you keep playing like this, I promise you, you will leave this field winners. Get in here!
1010XL.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, fact, we all want to feel better, especially when our back hurts. You got pain going down that leg. You know if you're in that boat, right? And that's where my friend Dr. Alan Nathans at Nathan's Family Chiropractic comes into play. He's got that no-needle regenerative clinic. He's part of the 100-Year Lifestyle Network. It helps you folks who have those bulging, herniated, degenerated discs, sciatica, and stenosis. You see, Dr. Nathans will put you on that DRX 9000 non-surgical decompression table, and it gently unbulges and unherniates discs that are causing the back pain that you have to live with. Don't do another cortisone injection. Get those treatments and get back to living longer and living healthier. The 100-Year Lifestyle. We should be able to enjoy things in our 60s, 70s, and even our 80s. Golf, working out, running around. Check out Dr. Alan Nathans and the 100-Year Lifestyle at drnathans.com. That's drnathans.com.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pills or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment with our medical providers are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
E.T., give me a Duval in there.
Duval!
That's very good, but I meant the Duval sub. It's the sub of the month this week at the Daily's Dash. We'll get one this month, and you'll know exactly how good it is. But I almost feel bad like pumping up one sub or sandwich as the sandwich of the month at Daily's because they're all so doggone good. Oh, it passes the taste test every time with the freshest, most quality ingredients, always piled high for your eating pleasure. Make sure to head by the Daily's Dash this month. Take advantage of the sub of the month. It is the Duval, and thank us later. The Daily's Dash, there for you.
The off-season continues to build, driven by Tire Outlet. Listen for 1010XL's coverage of organized team activities and minicamp. Brought to you by Safe Harbor Seafood Restaurant and Market and Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing and Septic Services on 1010XL.
They say that health is wealth, but if you're struggling with obesity, your health could be paying too high a price. The good news is you can take charge with weight loss surgery at Baptist Health. Our personalized program is a center of excellence with a full team to support you every step of the way. Is it time to reclaim your health? To see if you qualify, call 904-202-SLIM or visit BaptistBariatrics.com.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Follow the Gators as they chomp their way to the College World Series. Brought to you by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. And Renewal by Anderson, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
There's a new butcher in town. We're talking a vacuum marinating, sausage grinding, take and bake siding, value pricing, full service butcher. And our name is Southern Steer.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
Life is about choices and the decisions you make. I'm David Robbins with Epstein & Robbins. If you're convicted of a DUI, you'll have to face severe consequences. Walking through the doors of the courthouse or appearing at a bond hearing can be extremely intimidating. Without the right lawyer, you're likely to make the wrong decision. Let our team help you make the right decisions in court. Epstein & Robbins, the right choice.
Epstein & Robbins, fighting for your rights since 1975.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the program. Cruising along on a Friday. Looking at a story on my man Nikolai Jokic.
He's something. They did a little piece within the game last night. They showed little fat Jokic, the kid,
They
and then
always
on
show
draft
that picture.
day.
Yeah.
They had like 3 or 4 of them yesterday. I saw a couple of new ones.
Now
And they also went back to the post-draft analysis when he came in second round, which is unathletic, unlikely to make an impact.
Yeah. And he was. I mean, why would you think he would be a great
But
player?
right out of the gates, he was good as a rookie.
yeah.
Average double figures. He's gotten consistently better. And now, because of this, seeing him consistently on TV, he's the best player in the world. He's better than Giannis. He's better than LeBron.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm meeting Natalia Jokic, his high school sweetheart, and his wife.
All right.
He wears his wedding ring on his shoelace. He stole that from one of his Serbian teammates. And, they just have a chill life, man. That's what they just hang out and do their thing, and the brothers protect. Natalia Jokic. She graduated from Metropolitan State University of Denver in May of 2018.
Good for her continuing that education.
She moved to the U.S. in 2013 to play volleyball at Seminole State College in Oklahoma while Jokic was playing basketball in Serbia. Relocated to Denver with Jokic when he signed with the Nuggets. They lived with the Nemanja and Strahinja, the brothers, Jokic, in a 3-bedroom apartment in 2017 in Denver. Oh, my goodness. I got video of him dancing with her at the wedding. It's just great. This guy's something. We're going to learn more and more about him now. He's got a little daughter. And just digging his life, man. But, yeah, it's fun to watch him play. You just, again, you would never think that this guy would be as good as he is.
Well, and again, it's taken Jokic being on television for 20 days, that people are actually watching.
Oh, let me watch Denver.
The one thing you notice from watching him consistently, and he was at it again last night, is that unlike the other great players, the Embiids, the Antetokounmpos, the Anthony Davises, the other, and I'm thinking kind of big men, he never has hit the game where he has 7 points and 8 rebounds, ever.
Mm-hmm.
He never misses 6 games in a row. He never takes load management. Just grunts his way to 30, 15, and 10 almost every night.
Aaron Gordon, a critical part of that team?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe so.
Important piece of the puzzle?
Yeah.
Like when who's there? Is it
Murray
Jokic,
second.
Murray? Yeah, I get Jokic, Murray, Porter, Gordon?
Yeah.
Kind of?
Yeah.
And Porter was a risky one because of the back, right?
Yeah.
That worked
and he
out.
missed a whole year, too. He's another guy that's missed a whole year for Denver.
So my point is this. Gordon was a lottery pick of the Magic.
Yes.
They traded him.
Right.
For who?
I don't recall. That was a salary. That's when they were dumping salary and sending guys all over the league.
Why wouldn't you just keep that guy?
Well, they did because they tried. Orlando had tried because Gordon's been around now. He's probably
been around.
10 years in the league. I mean, for 5 or 6. I bet he's close, man.
Really?
Because the Magic had a stretch where
they got Gary Harris, R.J. Hampton, and Denver's protected first-round pick in 2025.
But before, as of late, Aaron Gordon, the only thing I've known him from.
He's only like 28.
Is the dunk contest.
Yes.
So he's never really been productive, but now he's a
well, you know why he's productive though?
Jokic, right?
Because Jokic finds him the ball. If he makes a move and gets underneath, he finds him the ball and he dunks it.
In Orlando, he was asked to do too much.
Yes.
He's not that type of guy.
He's not. Yeah, that's fair.
He had his career year in Orlando in 17-18. He averaged 17.6, 7.9 rebounds.
Which is, good. But
2.3 assists, which is basically this year with the Nuggets, 16.3, 6.6 rebounds, and 3 assists, but a lot more talent around him. I think but no, this is his 10th year in the league. He was with the Magic for 7 seasons.
Wow.
So, he grew into a – and by the way, to be a lottery pick, only averaged 17 minutes his first year. Wasn't a double-figure score until 16-17. And I do think that somewhere between 14-15 and when he left, the Magic got up into at least playoff category. Didn't they have a series at maybe Boston?
Kind of what I like about this Nuggets team is, man, they have been they stuck with their guys and they've built with their guys, right?
Correct.
Murray's been around a while, right?
Listen, it's not unlike what Golden State did and has done, and they're going to get similar. I don't think this is it for Denver, Dan. I think they'll win more. It seems like that's how the NBA operates.
Jamal Murray was a 7th overall pick.
Yeah, and it seemed overdrafted at the
2016.
time.
Ben Simmons, terrible pick. Brandon Ingram, good pick. Jaylen Brown, good pick. Oh, boy, Phoenix. Dragan Bender.
Oof.
Chris Dunn.
Oof.
Minnesota.
Oof. Minnesota has
New Orleans took Buddy Hield.
Oof. Yeah,
and then Denver took Jamal Murray.
So Murray, by that list, should have been 4th. Is there someone that he came after him that would be ahead of him? Because that may not be the only mistake in the draft. Usually it isn't. Do I find Jokic in round 2? You know what I mean?
I'll find Sabonis.
Sabonis or Murray? I'd take Murray.
Okay.
Especially on a team that has Jokic, but Sabonis
here are the guys who went after.
Sabonis is kind of
all-star.
Jokic-ish.
Marquise Chris, Jacob Poeltl, Thor Maker, Sabonis, Torian Prince.
No.
Papagiannis, Denzel Valentine.
No. So Murray's the 4th best player.
Juanco Hernan Gomez.
Yeah.
Willie Hernan Gomez. Also selected by Denver, by the way.
I think we had him at one point, too.
Everybody's had him. Was he in the movie that I watched with Adam Sandler? Wasn't he the star, Hernan Gomez?
I don't know.
No,
maybe.
I don't remember.
The Hustle or what was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did Jokic get drafted? What year?
Jokic.
Jokic, Nikolai.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's Nikolai Jokic. Yeah. He got drafted in.
And he was a 2nd-round pick?
14, I think. 14, 15, maybe.
He was a 2nd-round pick?
I believe he was mid-2nd round, yeah. But the scouting report on draft night, they replayed it. The dude's talking about him.
He was drafted in
41st pick.
Yep.
Yeah, 2nd rounder, 014. Go ahead and look at the immediate draft grade or whatever. See what CBS and Jonathan Givony said about him that night. You're going to find no one
uncoordinated.
You're right. Unathletic, not likely to make an impact.
I like to see that Nick Johnson went right after him, and Eddie Tavares, and guys in front of him were Glenn Robinson III, Jeremy Grant, Spencer Dinwiddie, DeAndre Daniels, Johnny O'Bryant, Gerald Stokes, Clee Anthony Early. Oh, good gosh. I mean, the first player drafted was Andrew Wiggins. Then Jabari Parker, both way better than those guys. Joel Embiid was third. Aaron Gordon was fourth in that draft by Orlando.
Here is NBADraft.net and what they thought of Nikola Jokic as he was set to enter the NBA. This is what they wrote about him. Didn't get a terrible grade. He got a grade overall of 85. He was 61st on their big board, 53rd in their mock. He went a little higher than that. Weaknesses. An average athlete.
Yeah, he is.
Lacking great speed and leaping ability. Foot speed is a big liability. He may struggle to stay in front of NBA athletes at the center position.
Yeah, he's really struggled.
Needs to improve as a post player, gain strength, and develop a repertoire of back-to-the-basket moves.
Yeah.
Defense is a real weakness at this point due to lack of lateral speed and lack of strength.
Oh, yeah.
His length is a big plus, but he'll need to continue to work on becoming stronger and learn to anticipate in order to overcome his lack of quickness. Despite being a younger guy, his upside appears limited by his lack of explosiveness and foot speed.
Limited upside. The guy has the biggest upside. I mean, the guy went from his rookie year of averaging 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 2.4 assists to 24.5 points, almost 10 assists, and almost 12 rebounds a game.
Now, they did nail some of the positives. They just didn't take him enough into
Sees the
account.
floor well, passing.
Very top, very high. And this, we see it every night. Very high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
This is his greatest strength, they wrote on DraftNet the night he was drafted.
Yeah.
Strong personality, a team player, great work ethic, tremendous length, can really shoot the ball, hard worker, a big wingspan. Considering the fact he competes in the Adriatic League, where most players are older than he is, and although he's an average athlete, he uses his basketball IQ to succeed, understands the game really well, and I guess we need to change one of our bits. Well-liked by teammates, outgoing, strong character, doesn't drink or smoke.
But his brothers do.
Yeah, somebody does. Somebody in that family's throwing back a Winston, no filter.
But he doesn't have heaters. Listen to his salaries the next few years. I guess he's signed long-term with Denver.
Okay.
Because he's only making $30 million this year. Well, we said Steph Curry's making 48. So $30 million this year. Goes up to $33 million next year. Jumps up to 46.9. Then jumps up to 50.6, 54.4, 58.1, 61.9 in 27-28. $61.9.
Damn.
That's a lot of rubies.
Yeah.
What do you make it? What kind of money do you get in Serbia?
Not that much. That's higher than the freaking GNP of Serbia.
What's the
Who are we kidding?
what's the
I don't know.
money?
I don't know.
What do you call
Currency.
that? What's that word?
We call that
Currency.
currency.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Currency.
Tough one.
Yeah.
People are making the comparison. I've seen this online, but shout out on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures.
The dinar.
Jokic, the modern day version of Brady. I think there are some similarities there. Not a guy that wowed you athletically, but is emerging to being the GOAT.
Yeah, that's fair.
Brady was made fun of the same way for his.
Yeah. That's good. That's
pasty,
in that
muscular.
respect, yes.
He went later than he should have. At the end of the day, Jokic should have been the number one pick in the draft. Brady should have been the number one pick in the draft. And we'll see. I feel pretty strongly that the Nuggets are going to do exactly what we kind of predicted yesterday. And to me, the series goes 5. I would say 6. I'll give Miami enough credit and grit to take it 6. Except that would mean they win Game 5 in Denver, and I don't think that'll happen. I don't think the Denver will lose a home game. So I think they win 2-0. They go to Miami. If they win 1, they'll come back and win in 5. If they do lose a home game, then
they haven't lost a home game in the playoffs.
That's correct.
You got to again. I always go back to our Jag fans when a team like Denver comes along. I just imagine.
And by Denver, the Nuggets specifically.
Yeah. And their mascot, Nug.
That's what I call it.
Yeah.
Cat seems to think his name is, what is it? Rocky?
Rocky.
Yeah. Nug, if you ask me.
Nug.
Local legal.
But you watch the. Balls had a funny line last night. Denver fans are stoned. They don't understand what's the game's going on. But anyway, I think back to like our playoff game with the Chargers. Like if we could, the Nugget fans going through this, and if they win a championship, it would be similar. They have waited a long time. They have never been to an NBA Finals.
They played in the They won the ABA Finals.
76. We looked it up.
They
remember?
beat Dr. J.
Yeah, but how many years have they been in the NBA? 37.
Whenever they absorbed the ABA, they came, one of the originals, along with the net. So, yeah, it would have been late 70s.
Probably like 37 years, right?
More.
More?
Yeah, 50 years.
47 They were saying they've been waiting.
1977 or whatever. I mean, 77 will be 50 years here in 3 years.
Okay, 47 years.
Yeah,
maybe.
47 years.
All right, so 47
Never even
years.
been to a final.
We're going
Much
into
like it'd be like the Hawks are like the Eastern Conference version. The Hawks in Denver are always pretty good. I mean, they're never like.
We're going into our 29th year of football with the Jags. I
Yeah,
believe,
no Super Bowl pick.
and have not been to a Super Bowl.
Oof.
And like we have all, I'm sure many of us have made this proclamation to our family: if the Jags go to a Super Bowl, we are going.
Yeah, there would be about 400,000 people at that game for all the people that have said that.
We have done that. I've said that to my. I take you back to the.
Yeah, no, me too.
To the Patriots game and the just absolute despair.
Where was that Super Bowl? Where were
Minnesota.
we going? Minnesota. That's right.
The despair that my then 12-year-old felt.
Yeah.
The tears of just agony because he thought he was going to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I did the World Series, but if the Jags are in the Super Bowl, that'd be one that you might just take out the late. I might do that. What's that one that they encourage all the old folks to do and give their house up to some bank and get some money in return?
Reverse mortgage.
That's right. I'll
Yeah.
probably reverse mortgage my way to the Super Bowl. All right, I'm going to play a quick game of Am I Wrong? Okay, I'm just going to ask, am I wrong? I don't like to sit here and the drill ain't no beggar. All right. It's come to my attention it's National Donut Day, and I'm just wondering where we went off track. I can't imagine back in the day if it's National Donut Day, some Guggen ain't brought us 12 donuts. I mean, what's going on?
Oh.
You're not wrong.
I think you sit there and you poo-poo the sweet sugar foods now, and so
maybe they're thinking that.
They
I
think
don't
you're
think
Mr.
that's
Healthy
what it
over
is.
there.
Yeah,
so.
maybe we've just now positioned ourselves as more aloof than we used to. And people used to
We're
come
not
by
men
and
of
knock.
the people?
They used to come by and knock on the window and just leave boxes of food at the door. I mean, if we wanted it or not. I mean, here it is, National Donut. But to your point, today I wouldn't eat a donut. I'd eat two. How about that?
At some point, we need to reconnect with the Googans.
We need to reconnect from the standpoint of when we need something. I mean, somebody's got to come through every now and then. I mean, it is National Donut Day. Are we not sweet? I mean, should someone who's driving just normally – I'm not asking anybody to go out of their – do we not have like 8 zillion cars drive right up and down by us all day, every day, E?
You're not wrong.
I mean, so somebody just like –
Might be a DD right across the street.
I mean, because somebody doesn't just drop us on National Donut Day a dozen donuts?
I don't know. Hasn't happened.
Strange. Be back with more next. It's
Okay.
GFL Friday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. If you bleed teal and black, we've got your back. 1010XL 92.5 FM, home of the Jaguars.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
This Father's Day, take Dad to your nearby Woody's Barbecue restaurant for lunch or dinner. And they'll give him a gift card for $7.99 for his next visit.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do. Let's eat.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. You've heard us talk about it. Window World, the #1 window replacement company in the USA, selling over 1 million windows each year for the past 8 years.
That's a lot of satisfied customers and why J.D. Powers has awarded Window World Best in Customer Satisfaction 3 out of 4 years.
Window World stands behind their slogan, simply the best for less. With Window World, you get top quality windows at a price that leaves more of your money in your bank account, and you get the absolute best guarantee there is in the window replacement industry. When compared to our competition, there is none. See for yourself. Call the competition. Get quotes from them. But before you buy, get Window World's free estimate and compare the quality of the windows and the price.
You'll see.
And when your new Window World windows are installed and they're saving you money on your energy bills, if anything goes wrong with those windows, Window World and I will be there to make it right. That's my guarantee.
Call Window World today. Start saving money on your new windows and your energy bills and take vacation with your savings. Window World, online at windowworldneflorida.com.
Window World, simply the best for less. Thank you for your business.
Window World also offers energy-efficient doors and siding.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Beach Bar Rum, Santo, and Sammy's Beach Bar Cocktails present Crazy Times. Sammy Hagar and the Circle, live October 26th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Sammy brings the party with George Thorogood and the Destroyers, with special guest Damon Fowler. Tickets on sale now at theamp.com. Crazy times are coming.
This is Frank Frangie. Join Dan Hickett and me for All Things Gators, our podcast presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, with new episodes every Monday. Subscribe and listen by searching for 1010XL Florida Gators podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or TuneIn.
Hey, poker fans! Summer is upon us, and the Best Bet Summer Swing Tournament Series will be on in June. From June 1st through the 25th, the Summer Swing will feature all three Best Bet locations from St. Augustine, Orange Park, and Jacksonville, with summit tournaments and guaranteed events from $30,000 up to $100,000. Catch the action starting with the Bet 1, a $300 no-limit hold'em at Best Bet St. Augustine. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
I'm Dr. Mitchell Yass, the most unknown world-renowned expert on pain elimination. That's right, elimination. If you've tried medications, injections, physical therapy, chiropractic, even surgery, and still experience pain, then say yes to Yass. I have successfully used the Yass method for over 30 years to help thousands reclaim their lives. To learn more, call me at 904-906-YASS. Let's end your pain and say yes to Yass.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel Heilman from the brand new Fourscore Golf Tavern. We do elevated food, drinks, and golf simulator fun. If you're looking for a delicious meal or maybe a spot for a client, we have lunch specials every day. Need to entertain a few people from out of town? Easy. Just reserve one of our 4 simulator bays. Lunch service starts at 11 a.m. daily. Located in San Marcos Square, we'll see you at lunch at Fourscore Golf Tavern.
Servicing every customer like they're famous. But what does that mean for you? It comes down to the famous philosophy. You'll find a consistency at all 20 locations in friendly service, honest pricing, and realistic time expectations. They know when you find someone you trust to maintain your vehicle, keep it running right, and lasting longer, you'll stick with them. And that's the famous philosophy at Famous Automotive in Quick Lube. Ask about a fleet account for your business.
This is Hayes Carline for Kingfish Pest Control. Look, warmer weather now means mosquito, flea, and tick season is here. These pests are out for blood, but you don't have to let them win. Protect your home and family with Kingfish Pest Control. As a Kingfish customer myself, I know their products are safe for kids and pets. Plus, with a 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can relax knowing your yard is pest-free. Call today, mention the Jags to receive 10% off your initial service. That's Kingfish Pest Control, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, man, I say come for the fun, stay for the fishing. I'm talking about the Dailies Old School Kingfish Shootout. Coming up next week, presented by Yellowfin. Not too late for you right now to go to oldschoolkingfish.com. Get registered. This thing is awesome. It's a unique setup with limited boundaries. You're going to have to catch your own live bait. It goes old school, and you have a chance to win over $100,000 in cash and prizes. Also, the fun part, I'll see you next Friday at the St. Augustine Fish House. We're going to have a happy hour there at the captain's meetings. So, listen. Fish, fun, food, and a great opportunity for you to enter the fishing tournament scene. Just go right now to oldschoolkingfish.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back. The Road to Omaha starts today. Regional games going on all across the country. Gators get Florida A&M. They're going with Jack Caglione to start. Normally they don't do that, but I think they want to save their other two guys, quite honestly. But we'll see what what happens. They should not have any problem with Florida A&M. They beat them. They 10-run ruled them during the regular season in a midweek game where they didn't use their starting pitching. So
yeah, makes sense.
Should be
That is the one advantage to be in the one. Usually the 4, they really got their work cut out. The 2s and 3s in these
Those are
regionals
good games.
can beat you. Yeah.
So that gets going today, and hopefully they can wrap it up and get to the whatever it is, the super regional, or is this the sub regional? I never really know.
This is, I think, just the regional.
But you get to the next round, and
Then
you
it's
got
the
2
super
out of
regional.
3 against whomever, and it could be South Carolina, it could be Campbell, but that's who they would play in all likelihood. So we'll see. E says he has a pop quiz.
Oh, look at you getting feisty in there. I mean, give the guy a coach's clipboard, and he's got all kinds of ideas.
All right, gentlemen. This was actually sent in to me on the text line, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosure.
Oh,
Shout
okay.
out to text line.
All right.
It was pretty good. I had to do some research.
Oh, boy.
I like that.
Put him to work. I like it when you get put to work.
Yeah, I had to go verify, but it's legit.
Okay.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have had 13 kickers who have played in a preseason or regular season game since Josh Lambo was injured
That's
in
good.
week 2
Yeah.
of
Oh, jeez,
2020.
I got no chance here, bro.
McManus will be 14.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
I got no chance. I know
We got a
this.
chance.
We had the 2 dudes that had the same last name, but they were different guys.
Uh-huh.
Right. We had a Matthew.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Who was the other one? Steve.
Matthew and Brandon Wright.
Yeah, we had 2 rights.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll take what was the guy from the Giants who had that tattoo and he
flashing
scared
gang
me?
signs and whatnot. Yeah, Rojas.
Rojas.
Uh-huh.
Aldrich Rojas.
Yes.
Oh,
Also Riley Patterson, obviously, we'll
Right.
take.
Um,
What about
see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's some forgettable dudes.
so since when? How long? Give me the
week 2 of 2020 season.
Golly, that's not very long. You've had 13 kickers. We had a bunch of guys just come in for a game then, I guess.
Correct.
I don't remember these jokers. I
Hold
just
on.
give you the most all we did was just give him the most recent. McManus, by the way, throw him in there. I got me one.
What about the dude from Seattle? We had him for a
Yep.
short time.
Hauschka.
Hauschka.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, I don't remember.
Stephen Hausch.
Boy, I don't remember him at all.
What about oh my God, these are good. I'm just trying to think because in TV we put this up on the wall.
Uh-huh.
So give me a second here. I can. What was the other guy? How many have we gotten?
What about that Kickin' Fickin' dude? Was he before or after
got 4.
Lambo? He's before?
4. We got more than 4.
Y'all got both the rights.
Yeah.
Y'all got Rojas,
Yeah.
Patterson, and Hauschka.
McManus.
And McManus.
Oh, you said
Sure.
since McManus.
Okay.
You said there's 13?
What about the Fickin'
Yep.
dude? The Kickin' Fickin'. Was he after Lambo or before?
Kicking, ficking.
I don't remember
Yeah.
him, like Sam Fickin' or whatever.
Yeah, he's a Penn State
He's
dude.
before, right?
Yeah, it's before. He ain't on this list.
These are guys who actually kicked in a game?
Preseason or regular season
Oh,
game.
preseason. You son of a bee.
Yeah.
Uh,
I know we had the one dude. We had the one guy. Oh gosh.
we're not doing very well.
No, the Brown one of the
Right,
Brown guys.
There you
didn't
go,
we?
John Brown.
John Brown, Jonathan Brown. We had him for. A
Oh,
cup of
yeah,
coffee.
the Arizona guy? Is
Uh-huh.
he Arizona?
Yeah. We had another one of those veteran. Who's the guy who kicked? Didn't he kick for the Bengals and got cut for the what's that dude's name?
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin? Do we have a McLaughlin?
Hold
What's
on,
his name?
hold on.
Shane
I'm
or
pretty
something?
sure there is.
Chase?
Is it Chase?
I don't know. I'm throwing names out there.
Chase McGoffin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's in there.
Yep.
I'm done. I got no more.
Yeah, he's
bro.
in there.
I got no. I don't know. This
Yeah.
Meyer. No, Jason Myers. He was gone.
No, he was
yeah.
gone. All right, I give up. Who's the
All
rest?
right. Since Lambeau, there was Aldrich Rojas, Chase McLaughlin, Stephen Hauschka, Jonathan Brown, Brandon Wright, Matthew Wright, Andrew Mevis,
We missed. That's it. Okay. First miss. Never heard of him.
James McCourt,
Okay. Jimmy McCourt. We had.
Oh,
him.
Jimmy!
Yeah, we had Jimmy. We should have got him.
Jimmy never got the kick, though, but he was on the. Yeah.
Jake Verdi, I can't pronounce his name. Jake Verdi.
Never heard of him.
All right. There's Ryan Santos.
Oh, yeah, he was the guy last training camp. Big dude.
Santoso.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
Elliott Fry.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
also part of that.
South Carolina kid.
Yeah.
Then we also said Riley Patterson and Brandon.
Yeah,
McManus.
there you got two
Good
dudes.
God.
Two dudes on there don't count. There's two dudes in there that may have been like on the training. I mean, I don't remember their names, and that is not a that's not a good list.
somewhere Scobes and Hollis and
they're like, what the hell happened to my?
Shake their heads.
What happened to my position?
Didn't we have? And then we had that little run there where we had Carney and those dudes. Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah. Oof. No bueno. All right. Turn our attention to the 9 o'clock. I can only imagine the way these guys came out of the gates at 7. I fear for what the definition of the 9 o'clock hour may be today. We set ourselves back a couple of generations. So we'll be back with more next. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Look for those bright green new cans and trucks out there all over the place, and trust them for your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Well, dang, it's so hot. I'm sweating like a pig.
Cool off with 1010XL.
Want a low down payment and a low monthly payment on your next ride? Then you've got to go to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here. Right now, you can buy a pre-owned 2019 Toyota Corolla for just $1,000 down and $288 a month. Or you choose a pre-owned 2020 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $1,000 down and $388 a month. With over 400 used in stock plus more than 100 vehicles under $18,000, don't wait. 10939 Atlantic Boulevard and online at arlingtontoyota.com.
This is Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. Remember when you were going to get that pain fixed this year? Well, the year is almost halfway over. If you're still dealing with that pain, enough is enough. Pills are not the answer. Surgery is not the answer. You need to call QC Kinetics today at 904-274-5522. Set up a free consultation in Mandarin or Ponte Vedra. The advanced regenerative medicine solutions at QC Kinetics can give you a life without chronic joint pain. You can do all those summer activities you love. How do they do it? By taking healing properties from your own body and applying them right into your achy joint. Your tissue can be repaired and restored naturally. You can have life-changing results without drugs, surgery, or downtime. If you have pain in your knees, back, shoulders, hips, enough is enough. Call QC Kinetics now, 904-274-5522. That's 274-5522.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
ITB Partners, the official financial firm for the station to beat inflation.
Whoa, Dan. People don't want to joke about their money, not during these tough times.
You mean they'd rather hear about how ITB Partners takes our money and makes us more money?
Now you're talking. They make financial planning simple and easy to understand, even for a couple of slappies like us.
Those guys have been serving Hickets for 3 generations. Junie bugged me. I even got my son Drew being smart with his money in his 20s.
It's never too early to talk with Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Brian Wright, Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Craig Ross.
Financial questions, ideas, or thoughts, email chris@itbpartners.com.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning, a division of Duck Duck Rooter, is looking for experienced and dependable HVAC services technicians to join our growing team. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is committed to delivering the highest level of service to our customers. Successful candidates will be hardworking, dependable, possess strong problem-solving skills with at least 2 years of HVAC experience. Ready to get to work? Please visit our website at duckduckac.com and click on the careers page. We look forward to hearing from you. That's duckduckac.com.
Duck Duck AC is an equal opportunity employer. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach. Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Rotator cuff tears are the most common overhead injuries I see. In order to avoid shoulder issues, make sure not to overload the front of the shoulder while also focusing on developing good scapular strength and maintaining flexibility in your lats. Proper hydration, nutrition, and supplementation are also crucial to joint and muscle health. Go Jag.
Hacker here for the Sausage Dude Sausage. Look, I'm a sausage guy, and the Sausage Dude Sausage is the best sausage I've ever had. The Sausage Dudes use high-quality pork, natural casings, along with love and dedication. You can pick up their 4 terrific flavors, including my favorite, the Italian, at Publix locations all throughout Jacksonville. And a portion of the proceeds go to benefit the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida. Take it from me, the Sausage Guy. Get over to Publix right now to get your hands on the Sausage Dude Sausage.
Your quick and easy solution for paying the lowest price on car insurance is Estrella Insurance. E to the T here, and start saving the big bucks and pay less today. Call 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE and see for yourself. That's 1-800-CAR-INSURANCE or visit EstrellaInsurance.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
E.T. here, and y'all know how much I like my brown water, but I ain't gonna lie, it gives me headaches sometimes. So my alternative is Brackish Vodka. This gluten-free alternative to Tito's is 100% local, and all monies stays right here in Duval. Not only does Brackish Vodka make you feel good, but when you support Brackish Vodka, you're also helping local charities. Try it side by side with your favorite vodka, and you will taste and smell how natural Brackish Vodka really is. And when you do, remember who sent you. Come on, somebody. This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm E.T. Demetrius Harvey of the Florida Times Union recently joined the boys of Jaguars today and gave an insight of what he expects out of Travon Walker.
I expect him to take a pretty big jump. I mean, that should be the expectation for all these guys coming into year 2. I think that, he's going to have, a better technically sound game. Now, whether or not that translates into, high percentage pressures or sacks, that remains to be seen. I mean, I don't think anyone can deny in spurts he saw a lot of what Travon Walker could bring to the table.
You can hear that interview in full by simply heading over to 1010XL.com in the on-demand section. Currently, it's 9:06 and it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned because the 9 o'clock hour is next right here on 10XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah! Wow. Where's this come from?
Uncle Leo is back!
What happened? They wore you down, didn't they, E? They finally wore him down with the Uncle Leo.
Oh, sing it, Leo.
So many years, a staple here at 9 a.m. I like that. Yeah. It's updated a little bit. I like that.
Go tap.
Who is this? What's the remix? Who is this?
Leo Talica.
It's a little baby.
It's who?
Man, a spin, you know. Take it, Leo.
Oh, no. See, this is where it gets bad.
Dance the night away. Gonna dance the night away. You know what I feel like doing?
Oh, now see, this is the part where my ears bleed.
Big finish. Come on, E.
Oh, no, this
Here
is
we
the
go.
part. No. God, no. God, no, please.
Come on! Come on!
Wow. What terrible time warp have I entered here? This was gone, dead and buried.
Oh, it's back.
Hey, Jeff, I got the hand thing that Dan does.
You got it now. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, see? Yeah. He did the happy dance for you last Friday when
Thank
you were
you,
off.
friend.
So.
Thank you.
I'm going to be off next week, and that leads me, this is a good segue here. I think it's going to be really good for team chemistry
Yeah,
that I'm off next week.
I agree.
Right? Don't you? You know what I'm talking about. I can say that and you know immediately what I'm talking about.
100%.
Yeah, the Mets are red hot. The Braves are mediocre at best. And we're headed to a 3-game series next week in Atlanta where these boys are going to throw Scherzer, Verlander, and I'm going to counter with, Schuster and Morton. I'll take a couple days off here and get away.
Some dubs.
'Cause, there's no good, healthy outcome to these season-long grifts that we pull off on one another. I did see this last year on this date, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
The Braves were 23-27, and I don't remember it getting this bad. 10.5 back of the Mets.
Yeah, 10 back. I remember that.
Yeah, 10.5. And by the way, the point there is not to, look at that come. It's like, it's so long, Ben.
A long way.
I mean, the Mets were 8 back 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
you just swept the Phils.
Yeah, you found your way a little bit, and we're just kind of stumbling around. I think we're going to get some I think we're going to get some consistency to the rotation.
Thank you, Sakib. He brought us in donuts.
Immediately shoots up the Guggen Power rating. Sakib has been around with us since the very beginning.
Put him on the board.
He heard the how can it be National Donut Day and the drill not have a dozen donuts.
Now we got a donut.
So the rest of y'all can just, whatever donuts you just brought, because I'm sure there's 10 of you headed this way. Now you can just take them to your place of employment or home and be a hero.
Yeah.
So see what we've done there? We spread the wealth, E.T.
So Drew was up in New York. My older son, up in New York yesterday at Citi Field. So I was FaceTiming with him while I was enjoying the Mets game in the afternoon, which I
Nothing
love.
like it.
I love it. And we sent him up as the closer to finish off the Phillies.
Yeah. Y'all have owned the Phillies, haven't you? You do to the Phillies what we do to the Marlins.
17-5 in the last 22. Yeah. We were down 2-0. I said, what the heck?
Of course, we split 4 games, how we've been playing.
I go, it's Taijuan Walker, and he goes, we're about to get to him. And then it was 2-1, and then it was 3-2, and then it was 4-2. And we had used our bullpen the previous 2 games to get the dub, so we had to go down the bullpen, and the boys came through. So that was a nice sweep of the Phils, and Drew was up there with a girlfriend. So on the FaceTime, I said, this is a critical day in your relationship.
Why's that?
And she says, well, what are you talking about? I said, we need to find out if you're a good luck charm or not. We win, you stay. We lose. We got to take a deep look at this relationship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Putting it all on a June 1st game in New York.
I mean, at the end of the game, I might have texted him, marry her.
I believe that.
I mean, listen, I threw the quiz at the fiance of the daughter, the Met quiz.
Yeah. Is he a Met fan?
No.
Well, then why would you throw him a Met quiz? Is he a baseball fan?
You better get 80% or you're not coming in the family. He likes the heat, though. I can't stand that.
Well, he's a Florida kid.
Yeah, he's a Miami kid. So.
Well, there you go. He should like the heat.
No, he should.
Well,
I hate the heat.
I don't understand you at all. Well, I'm glad.
He had to get 80%.
I'm glad for Drew that they won. I'm not glad for the Mets at all.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not glad for you. And I wouldn't have been super sad for Drew had Philly not just lay down and die for y'all. Like they come to us, they seem to be full of moxie and vigor. And we get. Did you even face Wheeler? I'm guessing no.
I'd like to.
Wheeler's their best pitcher. It's not even close. But we got Wheeler, son of a so-and-so. Now we get, like I said, Scherzer versus Schuster. You tell me how that's going to go. We got to get hot. We're not scoring enough runs. We snuck out.
Scherzer, by the way, his last 4 games, 1 ERA.
I understand.
So
I follow baseball. I'm aware.
He's getting back a little bit, because they're all saying he's done.
Yeah, so. you almost put a night. I get it.
And what we're
emotional.
This guy,
you quit on him way too quick.
Murph enlightened me to Scherzer though before he became a Met. He is a nut job.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And he doesn't. Yeah. He's not like the most popular guy in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So yesterday, he got ticked at the ump because he's warming up, and they got him on the clock. He's like, we're doing this during warm-ups too?
Well, you only have, a minute or whatever it is?
And like poor Troll, the rookie catcher, he can't tell Max Scherzer anything, by the way. And he's like, he's giving him, like, hurry up if you want the pitches. And Scherzer just stands there and, looks at him like,
I did see that he was frustrated by a clock oversight, but
that was it.
It didn't.
It was in between.
It didn't bait me. I didn't give him the click.
It was the warm-ups. It was the freaking warm-ups. So
he's always
in between innings. So anyway, but it's
seems like he's interrupted something a lot.
But we got the Blue Jays coming in.
And we go to the Diamondbacks, and they're better, and we're on the road. So whatever, we're going to come home with a 2-game lead in the East, and then we'll see. Whatever.
I think the Diamondbacks are in first place.
They are. They're tied with. They have a better record than the Braves. Diamondbacks 34-23, Atlanta 33-23. But more than anything, what I need.
I got that Zach Gallen.
I will say this.
Good pitcher. Yeah.
Now again, throw all these great plans out the window. You went to Oakland where I was expecting to get 3 and kick off a little, little. And you went 1 and 2, but they go Diamondbacks on the road, then they get the Mets, and then it's like another 12 against like the Tigers and the Rockies and the Royals.
We have a hellacious June. We blew our chance to do some damage in May.
Well, no, you didn't. You made up 5 games in the standings.
No, we lost. We got swept by the Tigers.
Yeah, but you still
we
made
lost
up
2 or 3 to the Rockies. No, we didn't. We lost 2 or 3 to the Reds. We split with the Nats. That's where all those games. We were terrible. So now we get Toronto, Atlanta, a decent Pittsburgh team, the Yankees, the suddenly resurgent Cardinals, the world champion Astros, up to Philly, Milwaukee, the Giants, at Arizona, at San Diego to wrap up, where I'll be, by the way, in a month.
No, we go after the Mets series, which
Yeah.
ends a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
That series, by the way, will start on Tuesday.
That's your first half.
That'll be an off day. It'll be Elder Carrasco. It'll be Schuster Scherzer. It'll be Morton Verlander. Then the Braves have 3 at home against Washington, 3 at Detroit, 4 at home against Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
3 at Philly, 3 at Cincinnati, 3 at home against Minnesota, 3 at home against Miami, and then 3 at Cleveland, 3 at Tampa in the Braves' first half.
Herbie's getting a little too cantankerous for me, man.
Who is?
Herbie.
Kirk
Herbie.
He's been doing this for a
Kirk
while,
Herbstreit.
Dan. This
Huh?
started a few years ago.
Yeah, he goes after.
What's he after now?
He's after some Reds beat reporter about
Reds
something.
guy?
Yeah,
Why?
he got all miffed because the Reds guy said, I guess the Reds have a sensational second baseman coming up.
Yeah, it's going to sit India, they say.
And they say you probably have to sit India, and Herbie went crazy. Why would you do that? He's the heart and soul. He's got us rallied. He's got us because the Reds have been playing.
Kind of
better.
shooting the messenger. It's not the beat writer that's saying he would do that.
And then he called him a troll, and I mean, it's just, Herbie, shut the hell up, dude. You make millions. Just relax.
Yeah, that's.
You got a
that's not
wonderful
cool.
life, dude. I mean, don't be sitting there jacking around with some guy from the Athletic who's just trying to make a living covering the Reds. Okay?
I think the Shazam spotlight from the NBA Finals Game 1 last night was the free throw number for the Miami Heat. And Jimmy Butler has said immediately after, look, we got to go on the attack. We settled for too many jump shots, me included. The Shazam spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark, Kingsland, another superstore down in Stark for Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram.
Mm-hmm.
The Miami Heat last night had the lowest number of free throw attempts in the history of the NBA Finals, so that tells you. And I know the game's played further away from the basket now, Dan, but it's inexcusable to shoot 2 free throws. You can't even blame the refs if you only shoot 2.
No.
You blame the refs if the discrepancy's 42-10. When you only shoot 2, you're just playing soft, right? You're not challenging. And by the way, although I will say this, we talked about the only weakness in Jokic's game is he's not a good rim defender. He's not a great defender, doesn't move his feet, doesn't block shots. But the other side of that is that Porter and Gordon are so athletic that they'll come from the backside and mess you up too. But the Heat, 2 free throws last night in Game 1. That is a record low in the history of the NBA Finals, and that's today's Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com.
On the 1010XL text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, and I didn't know that my friend Marcel put this on Instagram, but Marcel Robinson, who works with me in the television station, you know Marcel well.
It's my guy.
The great guy. He's salt of the earth, one of the best. Anyway, he came to our senior night, in high school baseball, and he shot video of, me and BWR and Brooksy.
Okay.
And each of the kids recorded a message. Anyway, Marcel put together a really nice video for me and made it for me, and I just really appreciate it. But he put it on Instagram, so somebody said, Dan, shout out to Marcel for making that video of Brooks. I was like, how does he know that? And then he put it on Instagram. I said, oh. So, yeah. Anyway, I appreciated that. That was he's a really talented dude, man. He does a lot of good stuff. He's actually takes unbelievable pictures too. So, and he's available for hire if you ever need him to take some pictures of your deal. So, anyway, shout out.
You remember a couple of years ago where the website came out and they blended like the quarterbacks into women and what would they look like if they were women, and then you and I, B put us through the Photoshop. You remember that little deal?
Oh, one other thing I want to mention before you do this.
Is that a yes or a no, though?
No.
You don't remember that?
I wasn't listening because I just didn't in my mind. I was going to make this other statement.
It's amazing we
A lot of people have been asking. It's on the. I'm looking at the text line today, and I don't normally do that. But somebody asked about how Daniel Murphy's doing. Long Island Ducks.
Okay. We've talked about that a lot this week.
He's going to join us on the show Monday. So.
Well, great.
He's going to talk to us about what's going on.
Y'all have fun with that.
Yeah.
All right.
And Jonathan Murphy's going to join us Wednesday.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all Murphy week.
He joins me. He's going to have his butt in the sand and,
I might have
sitting on the beach with fishing poles where
I might have Doc Murphy on.
Good.
I might have
a lot of Murphys.
My friend Tim Murphy might come on.
Now you get Donna Murphy. Maybe
trying
she
to
can
line
weigh
up
in.
Calvin Murphy.
Calvin?
Yeah.
Did we lose Calvin a couple of years ago?
I hope not.
I hope not, too, because that would really cut it.
Baton twirling champion.
What about Dale Murphy? I mean, the king of the Murphys is Dale Murphy.
He's your king. He's not my king.
Well, he should be. He's the best of all those Murphys you just mentioned.
Daniel's much better.
Oh, gosh, I love you. But Now, I'm going to ask
No,
you
you
this again. E.T., let me just start talking to you. It does,
Talk
I
to
mean,
me.
when I ask him, when he gets in that Twitter and on that text line, I mean,
He's gone.
yeah, he gone.
He gone.
He gone.
Do you remember a couple years ago where they did the silly thing where they put the quarterbacks through the filter and they made them into women and they was talking? Remember that,
yeah, Trevor and Mac.
Yeah.
Huh?
So, E.T., take the 20-foot walk in here. Before you get here, each picture I'm going to show you has a name underneath it. Do not look at the names. Just come in and look at the pictures. And I'm gonna scroll down. Okay.
All right, bet.
So here's what I want you to do. I'm just gonna come in here. All right. So look
What
at
about Eddie Murphy?
Here's what I just want you to pick one in your head. Okay. See the top four. Okay. He said, "Ooh, they ugly." As far as
UGLY.
You got who wins the top column for you? Yeah. Okay. You got to pick a winner. I know that you might think there's 4 losers. Okay. So you got the top column. Let's go to the second column. Did anybody there catch your eye? Yeah. Okay, this one? Or which one? This one? Yeah. This one. So you go far right there. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go down to the bottom and any of those girls. Look at poor Juanita Daly. Good Lord. Anyone here catch your eye? Not really? Maybe this one? No? This one. All right, so you are a lover of, if there was some sort of transition, Camilla Smith. Cam Smith is who you found fetching. There's no good answer there. You stay away from that whole thing. Victoria Hovland, she passes. Brooke Koepka, not Brooks, but Brooke Koepka is kind of a fetching last. Jen Daly is the train wreck you would expect.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, Jen is basically Jen. They didn't even try. They just put long hair on John Daly standing in the fairway holding the,
Florida Gator quarterback commit Austin Simmons. He was reclassifying to 23, but he's spending his weekend in Oxford.
This guy. Can't sign him, can't keep him. Can't get him to transfer in, watches him transfer out. I just don't know what to tell you. I mean, at some point, man, this is all these things are like SOP and understandable in year one when you take over and you're working with a short schedule. We've had a whole year and a half to get this thing buttoned up, man. There seems to be a lot of chaos factor down there. And maybe it seems bigger than it is, and the people that are coming and going, they already have alternate plans for. But, oof, we're going to ride or die with Zach Mertz, apparently. All right, let's fire up the hotline here.
All right.
Joe to the U would like to weigh in this morning. Hello, Joseph.
Hello, you.
Top of the morning, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Watched the game last night. I don't think Jokic is compared to this guy, but I think his game in terms of how it affects the overall basketball his game is Akeem Olajuwon. Even though he doesn't have a quick, fall away dream shake or anything like that.
No dream shake.
Passing.
It's hard. It's hard. Yeah, right. It's hard to compare him to anyone because he's just so unique at that. Normally, guys that have those stat lines and those triple doubles, they're guys that are athletic, get up and down the floor, right? And it's just whether it was Oscar Robertson or Magic Johnson or he's like I said this, Joe. He's like a cyborg. They pass it to him. It's like his head rotates and the lasers find whatever's on, and he just goes to the right guy every time. Yeah.
The passing is incredible. Then at the end, he needs to take over the game. It doesn't look like he's putting a lot of effort in. He's not going to go and flush it with 3 hands. He's just going to make a little shot off the backboard or a little hook shot, but he's going to pass the ball. It's fun to watch. It really is. And I've never seen a game that I thought was as fairly officiated. And the other team didn't get any free throws. They got 2 free throws, but it wasn't like the refs were going out of their way.
No. They're overmatched, dude. This is not going to go. This is not going to go well for Miami. It's 4 or 5 games. I would bet.
Well, they missed a lot of shots. They got to just go young. They got to go small and just
they
throw
can't.
Up good shots. They got a lot of good shots.
Yeah, here's the problem too. If you're facing Denver, they've got. I'm going to go Jay Billis on draft night. They're long and athletic. They're long and athletic. They got guys who are tall, but they can move, right? Porter and Gordon can move like they're 6'5", and that
But
makes
I think
it
like
tough
what you were saying with the Jaguars, when people say what should they do, the defense needs to get better. But then you look at the stat, you got to outscore the other team.
Yeah.
So I think they should just commit to run and gun and try to outscore the team because they're not going to stop them. Like you said, they're too big.
I think, and I'm not looking at the stats too, but I think that while Jokic himself isn't a great individual defender, I'm pretty sure that Denver's point differential, like they score so much. Like I was hearing one of the analysts say that Miami's got to score like 115 a night if they're going to win games, and no one thinks they can do that.
Nope. Well, I mean they missed a lot of threes, so it'll be a gentleman's sweep. It'll be 4-1. They'll win 1 game. Hey, guys, I know my track record on this isn't that great. Or maybe it is. Maybe being a younger guy, E.T. may have appreciated Hip Hop Harry. But I got a new show for you guys.
Oh!
Oh,
You probably gonna-
yes.
Better than Hip Hop Harry?
Yeah, I'm
It's
excited.
a show. It's not a kids show. I thought Hip Hop Harry would be a phenomenon.
Yeah, you did.
Never happened. Didn't materialize.
That was a miss.
Yeah.
That there's 3 big misses
Yes,
in your life,
that's one.
Joe. You. Hip Hop Harry.
There's 2.
No,
No,
there's
there's 3.
There's 3. Hip Hop Harry. Kirby Freeman is the truth.
That's the second one. That's the second.
And
That's it.
No, there's one more.
That's it.
Hick, I'm telling you, this Miami defense is unreal. Louisville 65, Miami 8.
Yeah, hey,
Other than that,
that was
you've
seasonal.
been
That
spot
was,
on.
Yeah, that was kind of a seasonal
Anyway.
1 week.
Those are the 3.
glimpse.
Those are the 3
There's a lot
big
more-
ones.
And by the way, I'm not going to go tit for tat. There's a hell of a lot more than 3, friend. Let's go.
I got you.
I'm ready to give you another chance,
A lot
Joe. You.
more than 3.
I'm ready to give you another chance.
It's on Prime. I stumbled upon it because I don't really have a lot, but we do have Prime, and it's called Louder Milk.
Okay.
It's about this guy. He leads like an Alcoholic Anonymous, Drug Anonymous group. He's gone through it, but he's a reformed now, and so there are probably 8 to 10 reoccurring characters because they sit around and talk. But then he has these other. It is the funniest.
Okay.
Very well written. I guarantee you. Louder Milk.
Okay,
It's a
Louder
funny
Milk.
name.
It's a
guarantee-
TV series 2017 to 2020.
I was telling Hick, I watched one that
I'm in.
I watched one that came. I don't know if we talked about it on the air, but we're getting to that season of binge, right? Everything's just about done. We're in the summer, but I watched one. I picked one out last week, and it was more from the middle of the decade, like 2016 or 17, but with John Turturro and some other guys. It was called The Night Of. That's also very good. Very good.
Oh, and if you like action, with
Yeah,
the-
it's like
the
a
recruit.
mystery. It's like a
That was
a mystery kind of. Did you see that one?
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see The Recruit?
Not yet.
That only had 1 season.
Yeah,
That
I
was
like
really
I
good.
like
That's
those
action.
limited series, mini series, whatever you call them, the 1 season and you're done. I like those better. Okay, because here's what happens when I watch a regular series like Ozark or this Yellow Jackets I enjoyed, and they've just come back. I watch the year. They go away for so long that by the time they come back, I am uninterested in trying to remember what the hell happened in season 1, and I don't even. Like, I'm the king of watching 2 or 3 seasons of something, a good show, and then just, okay, I've seen enough. I get it, and moving on.
Sometimes they go off the like Blacklist. When it started, I watched it, but then
Yeah,
the
that's
girl
that.
died,
I've done
she
that
came
one.
Back to life. I can't do that.
Yeah, I did 2.5 seasons of that. I did Homeland. I did a couple seasons. Ozark. I did the first 2 seasons. I do a
Ozark was
lot
good.
for 2 or 3, a couple or 3, and then I'm just like, Billions, Succession.
Billions.
I got a
Did
ton
that,
of them.
Succession, so the 2. Yeah, same
Anyway.
here. All right, boys. Let me know. I think you'll like it.
Thank you.
All right,
All right,
y'all
there we
take it
go. Louder Milk it is.
Louder Milk.
Nothing says weekend fun like a recovering alcoholic and substance abuse.
It is
Storyline.
hilarious.
The GFL Friday. I don't know what we're doing next. We're either trending or headlining or advising. Consider yourselves lucky. Back with more next.
All right, everybody up. Come on, hands in.
Yeah.
Come on, everybody. Let's go out and kick some butt.
Here we go. On 3.
92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Attention car buyers, are you noticing markups on vehicles on dealer lots? Well, come to Key Buick GMC, where we never have markups on our vehicles. Ask for Derek or Brian, where we have fair value pricing, no additional markups, as well as the only Buick GMC dealer with a lifetime powertrain warranty on all new Buicks and GMCs. That's only at Key Buick GMC. We are professional grade across from Tinseltown on the corner of Southside and Gate, or go to our website, keybuickgmc.com.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute is the sports medicine leader in Northeast Florida. We're proud to be the official sports medicine provider for your hometown teams, including the Jaguars, Sharks, Axemen, Armada, and the Jumbo Shrimp. We have the most cutting-edge resources for sports medicine care, including Active Armor casting, Alter-G anti-gravity treadmills, and highly trained physicians and athletic trainers. JOI is truly where the pros go, and so should you.
Life isn't the same without live music. Good Thing Players Grill Miramar hosts the George Aspinall Band this Saturday at 8 p.m. From Buffett to Blues, country to rock, jam out with this local band and enjoy delicious food. Players Grill Miramar, where the neighborhood meets.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
If you're at the point where you think you have to live with pain indefinitely, I want to help you get rid of that fear and anxiety. I'm Matt Hayes. Listen to Pain-Free Living with Dr. Mithra and me. Sunday mornings at 10 on 1010XL.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and Triumph is such a hardy, big, beautiful bike. If they come into the showroom, what can they find?
You're going to find everything from the modern classics, the Trident, the Scramblers, bobbers. We've got it all.
And inventory's always changing, right?
It is always changing. It's fluctuating fast. If you see it, you better get it.
So come on into the showroom. That's the easiest way. Or log on to cyclesofjacksonville.com. We're on Atlantic near Regency. That's Cycles of Jacksonville.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
Duck Duck Air Conditioning, a division of Duck Duck Rooter, is looking for experienced and dependable HVAC services technicians to join our growing team. Duck Duck Air Conditioning is committed to delivering the highest level of service to our customers. Successful candidates will be hardworking, dependable, possess strong problem-solving skills with at least 2 years of HVAC experience. Ready to get to work? Please visit our website at duckduckac.com and click on the careers page. We look forward to hearing from you. That's duckduckac.com.
Duck Duck AC is an equal opportunity employer.
The promotions are kicking off the summer heat in June, and we're paying out over $575,000 this month. Catch all the action from early bird high hands at Best Bet Orange Park to $500 Fridays and Table Super Share Tuesdays at Best Bet Jacksonville. And don't miss out on daily tournaments, including the inaugural Best Bet Summer Swing Series from June 1st through 25th. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
You will love your new custom windows and doors from Renewal by Andersen. For a limited time, get 20% off windows, patio doors, and installation. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. Enjoy the beauty and quality that only Renewal by Andersen offers. This offer expires June 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, the official window and door replacement partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey guys, I'm Daniel Heilman from the brand new Fourscore Golf Tavern. We do elevated food, drinks, and golf simulator fun. If you're looking for a delicious meal or maybe a spot for a client, we have lunch specials every day. Need to entertain a few people from out of town? Easy. Just reserve one of our 4 simulator bays. Lunch service starts at 11 a.m. daily. Located in San Marcos Square, we'll see you at lunch at Fourscore Golf Tavern.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. We're your local family jeweler for 46 years in Jacksonville with a huge selection of diamonds, gemstones, and pre-owned Rolex watches. And Monahan Jewelers is your store for expert jewelry repair turned around in 1 or 2 days. Most jewelry stores take 2 weeks or more, and many stores send your jewelry somewhere else for repair. At Monahan Jewelers, our jewelry repair is done in-house by expert craftsmen, and Monahans can turn around most repairs in a day or two. So bring your jewelry repair to Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, reaching the end of a work week. Head straight into summer, aren't we? Don't forget that old school Kingfish shootout next week.
My baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been, when it's right, it's right.
I'm fighting this.
When I think you got it.
No one sings it like Burgundy. I mean, what's the name of this band? I got some like
Star.
sounds like some sort of like ice cream truck name or something.
Starland Vocal Band.
There we go. There we go.
All right, we need some advice. I've piled up some.
Sky rockets in flight. Woo! Afternoon delight.
I think you got it.
There we go.
We've gotten some emails.
Those donuts smell good, by the way. I've already had one. I think I'm going to go for 2.
You have to. We're here to problem solve. We're here to help.
Deer drill. It's kind of become a Friday thing, and like get you into the weekend in case you come across any kind of scenario and you're wondering, gee, what would Dan and Jeff and E do? Well, this is kind of your guide here as we cherry pick. You know, by the way, how down on your luck in life are you if you have to take pen to paper and send it off to some columnist in Chicago to get the answer you need? And by the way,
send them to us. We'll help.
How rushed are you to get your response? Remember the old days in Ann Landers where you literally sent in a letter? So whatever your problem was, you had to write the letter, you had to send it in, take 8 days to get there, 5 for her to get it back to you. I mean, by the time you need your problem solved, you're dead.
Most likely. Luckily, we're here to help.
Yeah.
Deer drill. Can I have some deer drill music, please?
Maybe we'll get a deer drill app. We can take some local, scenarios.
Deer drill. I met a realtor when I sold my house. He represented the buyer. After the sale, he represented me in a rental property. Then he said he wanted to partner with me in purchasing properties. We formed what I thought was a relationship. After he borrowed $750 from me and didn't repay it, and I refused to loan him any more, he ghosted me.
Okay.
Should I take him to small claims court or chalk it up to a lesson learned?
Yeah, that sounds like a chalk up lesson learned because if it's $750, if you have enough to go into a partnership in a business, that should sink you as the be all end all. And whether or not you were ghosted, whether or not your personal feelings got hurt, I just don't think a trip to small claims court for $750 for a deal that would seem like it would produce higher numbers than $750. You're buying and selling properties, no?
See, here's where the problem. When I hand you over my $750 and you don't holler at me back, now I feel violated.
Yeah.
So I'd rather spend more just to get my $750 so you know. Don't play with me and my money.
That's fine, too.
Okay.
Don't play with me and my money.
All right.
That's valid. I mean, I think it's valid to take that tact. I mean, listen, this also matters. How much does $700 mean to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is, and I don't know. I say that I just assume that if you go to small claims court, you have expenses that eat into your bottom line, but I don't know that for sure. If you go and you're right and you win. On the other side, though, man, I mean, I don't know how the check was written or the money was advanced, but that's also, I don't know, small claims court takes that, KC. There seems to be a lot of gray area there. Yeah.
Deer drill. I live in an area with a large number of dog owners who frequent the same walking trails that I like to go on. On several occasions, I've encountered dogs that are off leash, running ahead of their owners. Sometimes the owner's not even in sight. On several occasions, the dogs have jumped on me, knocking me to the ground. I'm in my late 60s. I'm under 5 feet. I weigh 105 pounds. I was once attacked and bitten. My question is this.
What the hell? Where do you live, honey? Africa?
What's the best thing to say to these dog owners when they finally appear? The last time it happened, the owner happily said to her dog, "I know you're excited, but I couldn't hear the rest because she already passed me on the trail." Drill? She saw her dog jump up on me and never even acknowledged me. What do I say?
Listen, first of all, we have to know if there's any dramatic embellishment here. Are you actually getting knocked over and attacked and bitten? Because this is a real easy answer. Hey, lady, put that thing on the leash, man. We're in a public spot here. I didn't come over to your house and in your backyard suddenly the dog got frisky. I'm walking here in the middle of, Dogland Park, and this thing is just, I'm a little lady, so what do you say? I guess you're caring up there, man. Just caring up there. Sometimes you got to be caring. Just say, hey, lady.
So this one hits a little close to me because something like this, something similar to this happened to me.
Okay.
My neighbor.
Yes.
She was being neighborly at the time, and she invited me over for drinks. True story.
Oh.
Just being neighborly.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
And
late night drinks.
Because I stick to myself. I was on my front porch just hanging out, people watching.
Yeah.
And she invited me over. Me and a couple of people were over.
Got a little freaky even. Wow.
Little hen in Madeira?
Actually, no, they didn't have Hennens. I believe it was Tito's.
Okay.
But anyway, there was a large dog.
Big dog.
Huge dog. He don't really do dogs. I can tolerate him, but I don't really do dogs.
You're not a dog guy.
Big frisky dog. And I let him know, hey, I'm not really a fan of dogs.
Right.
When the dog jumped on me,
Yeah.
I kind of crouched.
Yeah.
She took offense to that. I was like, well, do you mind putting the dog up? She took offense to that.
Well, some dog owners are over the top. They prefer their dog to people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I prefer listen, I know a lot of people that love dogs.
Yeah.
Love them as much as anyone, but they don't love them more than people.
No, I love my dog. I love Little Rocky, but when we have guests over, we put him in the little crate and let him chill out.
And that was the thing.
Because he's going to run around, go crazy, and want food.
And that was just it. She loved her dog more than me.
Well, time to go.
Oh, and she basically was like kicking me out.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, no, this dog has more rights.
But let me take this bottle of Tito's with me.
Anybody, again, we're in the idiocracy. I mean, anything goes. You know, men win women's championships. But anybody who takes a dog's feelings over a person is not living right.
I've got one more. This is a good one. Dear Drill.
Uh-huh.
I got engaged 5 months ago. Congrats. My wedding date is 7 months from now. Okay.
Okay, so a year. You said a year to get ready.
My soon-to-be sister-in-law and bridesmaid just announced she's pregnant and due a week after our wedding.
Okay.
I have conflicting emotions. I'm happy for her family to grow, but I can't help but worry it will detract from my fiance and me. I'm not sure what to do. Do I keep her as a bridesmaid 1 week away from delivery? She might be late. There's also a chance she could go into labor before or even during the wedding. Can I replace her so she won't have to worry about the what-ifs? Her husband is a groomsman, so this decision will affect everyone. Should I just leave her in and take a chance? It breaks my heart to think they might not be able to attend at all. I'm overwhelmed, and this is adding to the stress of planning my wedding. Please, Drew, give me some advice.
Here's my answer. Hey, what's her name again? Does she sign the name there? Or?
Worried.
Okay, worried. Worried. Can you hand the phone to your fiance there? Just hand the phone. Yeah, sweetie, I'll get right back to you. Hand the phone to fiance. Yeah, have you got it? Run! Run as fast as you can! Go! Run! Ask questions later!
You're saying don't get married. The wedding.
Marry that!
What's wrong? She's worried.
Oh, my God, man. Could you be more selfish and narcissistic than putting a bird like it was planned around? Here's an idea if it's that important. Push your wedding back 3 months. I mean, come on, man. Run, dude. You are in for just a dragging of your life. You're going to have the most miserable life living with this shrew.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Everything that happens in the world is going to be all about her and her perspective and her. Oh, my God, dude. Run.
Oh, dear.
Run.
What's her name?
Worried.
Her name is Worried.
Worried. Hand the phone back to your husband. Hand your phone back to your husband, because I can't talk to women like this.
Okay. Shut the F up.
Oh,
yeah. You are selfish.
Yeah. Shut the F up.
You're so selfish.
No.
Just can't stand a selfish.
Shut the F up.
Get on out of here.
Wow.
Yeah, well, see,
Boys
I
are
mean, it's just,
hardcore.
listen, first of all, such is life. If your sister-in-law is having a baby, even better.
That's
She's
beautiful.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Who cares? These women and the way they act about their freaking weddings is so annoying, man. Like they are literal princesses from fairy tales that, I mean, and you get into these Reddit like fights, you know, who's wrong here. And these girls, and not everyone, most ladies are just down to earth normal people. So I shouldn't say one, but ones like this that make their wedding just an homage to them, right? People can't wear certain colors. People can't be certain things. People have to spend X amount on their, you know, either their bachelorette party or their, oh, man. But that dude there, buddy, he needs to run for the hills and get there fast.
All right.
Run, my boy, run.
Run.
All right.
This one is going to sap the life out of you day by day. And you're going to wake up in 24 years a tired, beaten, bitter, pot-bellied man thinking, why didn't I run?
Pot-bellied.
Why didn't I run? It's a GFL Friday. This is The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. You're in the pole position with 1010XL. Green flag.
Sunday at Worldwide Technology Raceway.
Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local Union 234. From the station with the most horsepower, 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean, nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Why can't I just speak to an actual human being? I need a new bank.
Well, actually, at One-to-One Financial, communication is not only number one, it's one-to-one. When you call, you get to talk to a real live Jacksonville human, fast and with someone who's truly concerned about your needs, your security, and finding solutions as a team.
Thank you. Ready to break up with your bank? Find a real, long-term banking relationship at One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Visit one-to-onefcu.org for more information on opening an account today.
Federally insured by NCUA.
It's the perfect day. You're just driving along, listening to your favorite music, the windows down. There's a cool breeze. Life is good. But wait, hold on a second. You're not wearing a seatbelt? You'd better put that on before that... Uh-oh, too late. Cops everywhere are stepping up enforcement, so you'd better buckle up or you will get caught. Sorry to ruin your day. Click it or ticket.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
At Big Chief Tire, we care about your safety on the road. Frank Frangie here. We're proud to offer the best tire brands at affordable prices so you can drive safely and get more value out of your car without breaking the bank. Visit our new Orange Park location for brake repairs, tire replacements, oil changes, services, and more. Call 904-932-0950 or visit BigChiefTire.com to schedule an appointment at one of these 5 Jacksonville locations. We keep Jacks rolling.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On June 2nd, 1935, future Baseball Hall of Fame slugger Babe Ruth announces his retirement as a player at the age of 40 after 22 seasons.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
When you have an orthopedic injury and need a specialist, I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like a pro. If you're in need of orthopedic care, call us today. We genuinely appreciate our patients and look forward to helping you. Online at se-ortho.com.
Where everyone is treated like a pro.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hacker here for the Sausage Dudes Sausage. You know I'm a sausage guy, and the Sausage Dudes, Paul and Patrick, make the best sausage I've ever tasted. Their high-quality pork and spices separate the Sausage Dudes from the pack. Try their 4 flavors, including Italian, Polish, Hungarian, and beer bratwurst today by picking them up at any Publix in the Jacksonville area. A portion of their proceeds also get donated to the Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida. Try the Sausage Dudes Sausage today, the sausage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
E.T. here, and y'all know how much I like my brown water, but I ain't gonna lie, it gives me headaches sometimes. So my alternative is Brackish Vodka. This gluten-free alternative to Tito's is 100% local, and all monies stays right here in Duval. Not only does Brackish Vodka make you feel good, but when you support Brackish Vodka, you're also helping local charities. Try it side by side with your favorite vodka, and you will taste and smell how natural Brackish Vodka really is. And when you do, remember who sent you. Come on, somebody.
Beach Bar Rum, Santo, and Sammy's Beach Bar Cocktails present Crazy Times. Sammy Hagar and the Circle, live October 26th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Sammy brings the party with George Thorogood and the Destroyers, with special guest Damon Fowler. Tickets on sale now at theamp.com. Crazy times are coming. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet. Keeping 1010XL rolling with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
Tone?
What's going on?
Getting ready for a Friday with you guys. Mike and Tony, Jaguars today. What's cooking?
Tom McManus will join us.
Yes.
For a Friday edition of Jaguars Today. Our question of the day today asking, assuming Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker will have the most sacks for the Jags in 2023, so finish 1 and 2 on the team in sacks this year, who will finish third, essentially? Who will have the next most? Your options in the poll. Roy Robertson Harris, Yasir Abdullah, the draft pick this year, a veteran free agent, or someone else. And if you vote in either of the last two categories, please respond with who you think that will be.
Wow. You know who it better not be? Like some corner blitzing with 2.
So we've had those years, haven't we?
Yeah.
What do we have, 35 sacks last year? Or do you guys put the over-under just based on the fact that the games are going to be played different? In other words, the Jags will be playing with more leads. There'll be more obvious passing downs. That'll translate
I'm
to
not
more
willing to give
stats.
us one more sack
Really?
right now with that defense. No.
I'd probably go 42.
You know, they sacked it when they won at the end of the year. They also sacked at a lot better rate at the end of the year. So they were playing better on that. I'd say 45.
Yeah, something in that
45
range.
would be very
Yeah, be good.
doable.
It's a big upgrade.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well,
I
Jaguars,
think they better have somebody else on that team.
It seems like it.
We'll
the
see
only
what they want to do, yeah. We
Trayvon
keep
year 2
saying it.
jump is like your biggest hope of the unknown. That's the
I don't
biggest
know.
one.
Are we expecting it, though?
Look at you discounting
I said hope.
Jordan Smith like he's not even on this team.
Even
Is he?
when the coaches finally acknowledge it, man, I don't know. We got to do something with this guy.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said.
Well, it was
this
like
week. Gotta show something.
the
at some-
question that Doug Peterson got asked
Yeah.
was because he's not practicing
Yeah.
right now. And it
Right.
was, when is Jordan going to be back? He's working hard. We're looking forward to his contribution this year. It's like, all right, man.
Is that his way of answering what did Gus Bradley used to say? He's solid.
He's solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
Solid.
And you know what I mean by solid?
Yeah.
It means he's got some work to do.
Yeah.
It's like Gus even followed it with that eventually. He's like, y'all know what I'm saying.
Well, have a great show and a great
Thank
weekend.
you.
Mike and Tony getting ready. It's Jaguars Day. It's coming up momentarily. Eid, behave yourself this weekend.
He always does.
I'm going to need you to be solid on Monday. I'll be there
Solid.
about 6:45.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to enjoy
Hold
a
down the
nice week
fort.
off. You boys have fun.
Jeff, you
I
gonna
did
listen?
set you up, though, by Chick-fil-A returning Mondays for breakfast with Pacelli,
that's
Tuesdays
great.
for brunch with the tour.
Yes,
and we
sir.
won't be here Monday, but that's fine.
Why? Oh, you're off at a remote somewhere?
You're on the remote.
Yeah, thanks
Okay.
for the help.
Good. Y'all have fun with that. I feel a lot better about my vacay having learned that. I didn't know that. All right, this is the drill. So long.
Bye, Felicia.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Cool, calm, and collected.